Perfect. Okay. So, I bought some cool things at DragonCon, and I have also been wanting to do a like icon, some sort of token representative thing for the factions that you guys build relationships with. To be like, you have officially built a relationship with this. I think I gave you something for the Gloam, but
I don't remember if you gave me something, but you told me they're officially your allies.
yes, I know I did that. I think I gave you like one of the puzzle pieces and said this is a representative fact.
Okay.
But don't worry about it because that's no longer going to be the case.
Okay.
I got these really cool class, like metal class icon things, and I am assigning each of the factions of the world one of them that I feel like is good and representative of them, and I'm going to give these as icons. And my plan is to put them up on the wall upstairs. This is going to be the last day down here for the summer. We're going to move back upstairs. And we can stick them on the wall. And if you want to basically like, what's the word? I can't think like
cash in.
That's exactly the phrase I was looking for. Like cash in that alliance, then you can pull your icon off the wall.
That's really cool.
So this is for you.
Veil?
Yes.
You specifically?
Yeah, that is.
I need a cuddle session.
Morale is low.
Morale is low.
I'm calling it in.
Please come cuddle. You and all the big giant marks.
Throw rocks at you.
I feel like Nora's gonna pull it down. Veil, morale is low. Come throw rocks at he. You can cuddle Eva while you're here.
If you have to.
If you have to.
Rocks are the important thing.
Are they too cuddling yet? I figure it's like two of them on a bench not speaking, like holding hands in the middle.
We were talking.
Yet? I figure it's like two of them on a bench not speaking, like holding hands in the middle.
We were talking. We were talking about like how one of the like collaborative world building things that Michelle did sort of accidentally was sort of came up with gloomish emojis because originally it had not been my intent that it hadn't not been my intent, it just hadn't been my intent that you could do the gloomish
instead of writing words, you draw
the
letter
gloomish telepathic ink in pictures. But she had that emergency moment where she was like, she thought that Vale was in trouble, and so when she wrote her letter that time, instead of writing a letter, she just like threw an ink blot on the page. And so when I started writing back, I had him do like a sound wave, and now they're doing like intricate pictures and drawings.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
And we were talking about this the other day, and she's like, I feel like this is like the next base, the second base for glowing relationships.
I love send emojis.
Send emojis. First base was telepathic conversation, telepathic letters.
Second base is not doing words anymore.
Yeah.
Not doing pictures.
Now we're just doing pictures.
Listen, you're not wrong.
Pictures of feelings?
Yeah.
Or feelings have always been involved, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yes, but Gloomkin feelings are by nature muted. So that is one of the reasons they have learned.
Suppressed. Oh no. Suppressed emotions.
Repressed. Which is one of the reasons that they communicate telepathically, is to better bridge that divide. But in any case, so that is what I plan to do. I was thinking of today when I was looking at one of them, and I was like, this would be perfect for Magmahearth. Do you have a reading?
I do.
Yay!
This letter is neatly written, though the lines slant slightly and bits of dust and grit smudge the back in places. Father, I cannot delay in writing to you for this very night, day, evening. I'll never get used to writing from below ground. 2 of my friends owe you their lives. We are 2 days travel below the surface on our way to Magmahearth. We've been following a guide named Raholi who is meant to lead us there. He has consistently chosen campsites alongside open water. The rivers of Serenise flow underground here so that we often walk alongside them. He is a Niathal and his people traverse the waterways as roads. Unfortunately, tonight he succumbed to the lure of a titan that lurks in the depths, clouding people's minds with a magical song carried in the water. I tried to send a spirit of the water after him to bring him back. We are still a full day from Magmahearth after all, and we don't know the way. And though there are many unflattering things I could say about him, I would wish him no harm. Certainly not to be enthralled by a titan. I would not wish that on anyone. Flint jumped in the water after him, hoping to bring him back to us. However, Priya noticed that once he was under the water, he began acting strangely. He did not activate his magical hat that allows him to breathe underwater. Kazun used his magic to discern that the water was enchanted. It was only then that we surmised that the song was responsible for both Raholi and Flint's behavior. Heath then valiantly prepared to follow and bring Flint back to us. Nor put beeswax in his ears, and I attempted to strengthen his mind with my magic, all in the hopes of helping bring them back. And perhaps those things did help, but the thing that made the biggest difference was the potion of speed you brewed for him. You should have seen him after he took it. His legs were moving like the wings of a hummingbird. Truly.
Or a bee.
Or me. His wing.
No, I don't act like a bee on it.
You know you're only
No,
punch
that's,
it.
yeah, fair. Truly, it was only that speed which allowed him to get to Flint quickly enough to tie a rope around them both. They each succumbed to the song in the end. Kazun attempted repeatedly to dispel the magic, allowing Flint to break free long enough to pull them both part of the way back. Between that, Heath's earlier efforts, and the rest of us pulling like mad, we were finally able to get them back to safety. And so I thank you from the bottom of my heart. As different as our little group may be from one another, I've come to care for them each considerably. From day to day, we do not know who we can trust or what danger we may face. The safety and support of our group is the one thing we have to rely on through it all. Without you, I might be writing a letter of mourning instead. You are a good and brilliant man, and I am both proud and grateful to call you my father. And I will adhere to your wisdom moving forward and keep us well stocked with potions. My adventure aside, Vale mentioned in a letter that conditions continue to worsen in the Gloam. It pains me to hear that. How are you and Mother? Kian? How are they recovering after the hardships at Umber's Rest? I have nightmares about it from time to time, and I was trapped within the magic for less than an hour. I trust you above all others to care for them. I miss you all terribly. I miss your stories. I miss Mother's steady wisdom. I even miss Kian's sharpness. I would sacrifice much to go back and have one more normal night with all of you, but there is no going back. Only forging ahead, one day at a time. I will write again soon to tell you of Magmahearth. Until then, know that I send my love and well wishes. P.S. Vale has mentioned that he stops by from time to time to check on you. Is he taking care of himself? Does he look well? P.P.S. You are forbidden from teasing me about this until it's all over and we're all safe again. At that point, if I'm still alive, I promise I will accept your teasing gratefully and with good humor. Ever your faithful daughter, Aoife.
Don't worry, Dad. I got you.
Part 2.
He's just like, I will tease
I will
enough
tease
for the both of us.
mercilessly. There is no corner of the earth you cannot be teased.
There is no hiding from me.
An excerpt from a letter to Vale. It is easy to reflect critically on the incident with the song in the water. After all, our success likely hinged on a potion of speed my father happened to send along with Heath, and that is a rather flimsy margin of error. However, it is also true that we've gotten stronger in our time together. We handled the Onkegs with relative ease. Even the earthquake, while stressful, did not truly threaten our lives. The same cannot be said about our guide. He would have died without our intervention. It is difficult to remember in the face of the Titans, but we are actually quite capable. I must try to focus more on that so that it doesn't keep catching me by surprise. Amidst the turmoil, Nor and Heath have been at odds over a conflict in their personal lives. We spend so much of our time focused on survival, and we have honed that near to an art form. But the conflict is demonstrating that we still have weaknesses as a group, particularly in communication. Between them, Heath's position is more in line with our overall goals as a group. It may even be the more morally correct one, but still I feel uneasy about it. So much rests on our trust in one another. Too much for us to begin making decisions unilaterally, particularly when so many lives hang in the balance. Our personal lives are slowly becoming part of the collective interest of the group. At the beginning, when the stakes seemed so much lower, it would never have occurred to me to think that Heath should break confidence with his lover for the sake of our group. Now, though, we are each vulnerable to the affections and blind spots of the others. Of course, I am open about my affection for you. They are supportive, though of course Heath does tease me. We all trust you, but the same cannot be said for Nora's family or for Vayu. Those relationships are just more complicated. How do we draw the line between what we are allowed privately and what we are owed from one another? It is difficult to say. I am heartened at least to see them let go of their mutual distrust in order to work together when Flint's life is threatened in the water. The heaviness fades, her words shifting to something lighter and brighter. Turmoil aside, we're going to skip that paragraph. I just realized it was fluff that was irrelevant to the recap. That's all.
Yeah, fluff.
Only fluff.
Listen.
Hey, Aaron will tease you and Nick will tease you. You cannot escape.
The Venn diagram between Aaron and Heath crosses over in this place. I also
Heath comes
love.
out of a portal.
I noticed in these letters back that she very carefully refers to Herme as Flint
Yes,
in all of these messages, and I think that's great.
she is managing that.
Like at first I was like, why Flint? And then I was like, oh, that was a bad
Because he said, yeah, he said when we're talking to people outside of us that this is how he wants to be referred to.
Humor shines through the connection suddenly. It would seem I'm not the only one who desires a closer connection with nature. Flint admitted that while he was attempting to map our route so far, he tried licking the rock as a method of learning about its composition.
I love Flint.
An amusing experiment, though not what comes to mind when I think of sharing the wonders of this place with you.
I want to get closer to nature.
Alright.
That's closer.
It is. Very close.
Bless you and all her creation.
Yes.
That's going on here before I can forget it again.
Never has a more perfect usage of the phrase.
Oh my gosh, the tiny baby just
I know.
Hold on.
Well, now we all have to stop to look at that.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Listen.
Give Bagheera another set of legs and two little tentacles.
He is a little baby place beast. I believe his heart is a bit.
That'd be a great
I went
Halloween
for
costume.
Panther, and what I got was this place beast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. He'd hate it. But
Oh,
it's a
yes,
great
yes.
You hate it, yeah. I didn't answer that.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you liked clothes or not.
Oh, baby.
Oh, don't dress me up.
Don't dress me up, Mom. All I've ever put him in is like vests for a leash, but he acts like when those get put on him, he's like, I'm dead.
Yep.
I'm dead.
I
You
do
killed me.
love when cats go on movement strike.
You go on movement strike. You go on movement strike. Are you my little movement
They're
strike?
like, I have no bones now. You have melted them.
He
No
lays
bones, no
down
muscles.
and makes me drag him.
No
he's
will.
like, this is what you've done to me, mother. I've died.
God, and toddlers, man.
I'm like, I know you like running around outside. And he's like, not when I am imprisoned in this straitjacket.
Yeah.
Not when it's allowed, only when I'm forbidden.
Exactly. I've taken to putting a leash on just his collar and loosening the whole thing and tying it to something in the front yard and letting him run around, and that's been really positive because he loves to do that. But it's also the type of collar that's in its attempt to not choke the cat, it'll just come right off if he pulls too hard. So I'm gonna have to get a more stringent collar. But he doesn't mind being chained as long as it's with a collar.
It's the thrill of breaking the law. It's going outside without permission.
Almost made a joke that I probably should not have made. Okay. I appreciate you, buddy. All right. Thank you so much. So now a recap. Inspiration for recap. Inspiration for snacks. Inspiration for cave sounds. Love the cave sounds so much. Did you bring snacks?
I also love snacks.
Yes! Inspiration for snacks!
What did you bring?
Hell yeah.
I brought donuts and a selection of muffins and honey barbecue chips.
Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff over there, so y'all get at that.
I'm gonna have a look.
Are you?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm very excited.
The stuff came in, and I've got the recipe picked out.
Okay, cool. I have and I already told Alice this, but there's going to be some Koros specific stuff next time, so we shall listen. Don't have a birthday if you don't want. If you don't want.
Stay the same
Don't
age.
tell me. Don't tell me
Don't.
that we're playing near your birthday if you don't want stuff specific to your backstory.
Damn it, we're gonna have to put everybody's birthday on a group calendar so we can plot out
Yeah.
major life events.
Yes. All right, friends. So, after a harrowing night, during which you lost your guide, could have been a worse loss, but a loss all the same. The party sort of gathered together back to back in a little teepee shape, where no longer able to put up their bubble of safety, but where they could watch each other's backs, and fell into an exhausted rest.
Yeah.
To get the rest of the sleep that those of you who had not managed to get it were able to get. Priya and Herme, if you wanted to, but definitely Priya, stayed up, kept eyes open for anything else that might happen, anyone else that might come down the walkway.
Did Raholi leave anything behind, like a backpack or
Yeah, his
something that I
backpack is
can?
there.
Good
Mhm.
question.
Yeah, you can absolutely look through it.
He doesn't seem like the kind of person who would journal much.
It's just the same 3 words over and over.
That would be terrifying. For
Yeah,
a
it
century. Terrifying for a century. Sure,
Yeah. Roll me a D12. There is the regular stuff that he's left behind. There's a bedroll. There's the backpack itself. There's not a tent, but there's like the cushioning that usually goes with that. Some foldable metal plates and silverware and cups that are able to collapse into a small space. A couple days worth of rations. I would say there are probably 6 days of rations worth left in there. What did you roll?
Did he take the gold that we paid?
We didn't pay him yet.
Oh, you did. You did.
No.
You paid him.
Did I?
You paid him along the way for the first 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
his
were gonna
gold
pay the
pouch had
rest.
been on
Yeah.
his belt. So, no, he would have had his weapon on his belt as well. He had a short sword that he would have taken with him.
No gold then.
No gold. There is a compass. I don't know that Herme would know how to use one of those, but it is in there. And a log of trips taken that also, that it's just a basic log of, this many party of this many people heading in this direction, 3 days, this much gold, different sort of logs.
Just need to know casualties or anything like that. Like one person died.
You don't see anything about casualties.
How were we getting ripped off on price?
Ooh.
What a great
Make me an investigation check.
What were we paying? 20, 30 a day.
50 gold a day.
50 a day.
Investigation should be like 8 or something.
don't think Herme looks for that. Huh?
I got 11.
You got 11. It.
Oh, nice.
You don't get the sense that you were particularly ripped off. There is oscillation to the price, but between like there being larger and smaller groups and longer and shorter trips and trips to different places, it's hard to tell like what is just differing factors to the trips themselves, and maybe how dangerous they are or how long they were, and what might be, you know, him being able to ratchet up or down the price in different places. There is 40 feet of rope.
Jackpot.
I think that's very important.
Roll times 3.
And if you did pay attention to his weapon, you would have noticed that it was sort of like a harpoon crossbow.
But it's gone.
But
correct?
did not leave that behind. Make me a luck roll there, Herme. Roll me a d4. Tell me if you get a 4. I was gonna see if he had any potions waiting for you. No such luck. All right. The energy is muted as you all wake up next morning, both with weariness and the very present absence of one of your fellow travelers, especially as Herme goes over and sort of roots through stuff and takes what is helpful. Do you leave anything behind, or do you take a whole pack?
No, I'll just take the whole harpoon.
He didn't leave the harpoon
Oh,
behind.
no,
Sorry.
Rations.
Rations. Okay. Yeah. Everyone.
Any cold clothes?
Any what?
Cold clothes? Like,
Cold climate clothing.
No. No. He, as a reminder, didn't expect the snow that you guys all ran into. That was a surprise to him. So, like, it's not cold in Shadowmere usually, and it's generally not cold down here as you get further and further into the earth, and thick clothes create a lot of drag underwater, so you wouldn't necessarily travel with that. All right. As you guys pull your things together and hike your packs back up on your shoulders, Herme, everyone sort of turns and looks at you because you were making a map last night.
Well, Kazun,
I know the way back.
do you recognize this area? I mean, we're pretty close, right?
I've been through here a couple
Sure,
of
what I
times.
did. Oh, upside down.
Turn this way.
Yeah. This way.
I guess based on the map and based on the times I've traveled through here before, kind of trying to figure out the path to Magmahearth from
Between, it will take both of you. It will take the memory that Kazun has of having traveled this way backwards.
I'm gonna turn into a snow leopard with keen smell
Okay.
and help by trying to smell which paths travelers have been on recently and remnants of other travel that is less stale versus more stale air.
Have the group that passed that surprised
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
I might have gone this way before too from Greystone. We passed the offshoot that direction we're
We did. Wait.
Well,
No, I'm
you're
sorry. I'm thinking of the other one. Yeah.
Snowbreaker one. Yeah. I don't know. We passed my home city or not.
You have not.
Okay. And,
So,
Was a freaking maze too? Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
When in doubt,
Raholi.
follow
Your
your
people.
nose. When in doubt, follow
yeah,
your
Raholi
nose.
didn't make these tunnels.
Yeah, but
When
we
you
have to
left
jump in
us
the
right
water
before the
for
maze.
Right before the point.
Conceptually, it's always been sort of like it is like I've been trying to paint the picture along the way that it is not like it's been one tunnel, you know, where you like the need I know
All
I've
the
been saying
maps
this
have
because every
had
time everyone's
multiple
like,
entrances
Raholi
into
isn't
it.
doing anything, and I'm like, y'all would have been lost this
Yeah.
entire time if not for Raholi. So I
Look, every
should have dropped this one first. Is what
every
I'm
map
hearing.
you've had has had multiple like ways in and out of the
Yeah.
area, but this is like a freaking like like a
I'm
literal like
Yeah, this is
maze that like
the
you see
Minotaur
on
is
a menu
the
at a
center.
restaurant. Like,
I'm
like
trying
this
to
video.
reflect the stress of not having a guide that knows exactly where they're going and realizing that you don't know where you're going and that you're dependent upon.
Okay, guys, listen. It might take us 15 years, but if we just keep our right hand on the wall and just follow it, eventually we will find it.
Just get a tail
We
in the
will
face.
get somewhere. All right, so I'm gonna say you're helping with
Yeah.
smell. One of you, then, unless you guys both want to roll separately, one of you needs to roll me survival checks.
I'm +1.
Okay, just go ahead and
Yeah, roll at advantage with their help and the considering the map and your reading, your lick reading of the movement of the stone.
At 18.
We will see how the DC goes. Okay. 18's pretty good.
It tastes like this way.
You traverse through
The
the.
stone is spicier on this side.
You traverse through the first part of the next leg of your travel, with between Herme and Kazun. Herme, hand on the wall, going, yeah, I remember how this, how the veins of the stone are directing in this direction. I think that you have a concept as well of sort of the flow of things, like how things flow.
Heard some kind of like blue flame in my finger.
Love that.
And then try to select where does the airflow come.
Where's the air flowing? Love that. Very cool. Between that and Kazun's memories, you feel you traverse through the first section of it pretty confidently, feeling like you run into several offshoots, but you feel like you know which direction you're going, and Aoife's sense of smell and where she smells people having traveled, so it backs that up. Give me another. Yeah, go ahead.
As we're going, and we reach like each like branching point, is there any way, just potentially fearing the worst, that I can mark the correct pathway, just leave a symbol on the correct pathway,
Smart.
like an asterisk or something that is clearly not going to be
Nor
captured.
was he.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely. What do you use to mark it, and what symbol do you leave behind?
That's a good question. What do I use to mark it is...
Because I will say that as you go to do this, you also recognize that there are markings at different intersections where people have clearly done this before.
Okay.
But their markings mean nothing to you.
What did you want? We didn't have playing cards. Like, use a spade. So.
Other than every here and there, like you're like, oh, this is an arrow. I know what an arrow means, but
Okay.
but like I don't know where this person was going or what they were trying to do.
I was thinking something a little more permanent than a playing card.
Do you have prestidigitation?
I do.
Can you use prestidigitation?
Technically, it was the only magic I had prior to.
Can it create like
Works.
colors or something?
You can.
You could
can, but they don't,
clean
like,
an area.
I could clean or I could
That's
color
fair. Yeah.
an area, but it would only last for an hour if I'm not
Yeah. We
mistaken.
need something more robust than that.
And I can't use it to like scuff an area, can I?
Yeah.
There's actually a spell called Arcane Mark.
Arcane Mark, yeah.
That would leave a magical mark like this, but you don't need to do something so drastic.
Can I just take the dagger I tossed it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And then you just
have
kind of scratch it up, just an asterisk,
Yeah.
or I mean, I don't know. Are we picky about symbols?
Auriga Mercantile.
Yeah.
We all-
now the property of.
Now the property of.
Could the
treasure
Chelsea
tank.
detectives.
Yeah.
You can do a D.
D&D.
You can just do a D.
Disaster
Or
detective.
A G and then an arrow the direction that we're going.
As he's marking the wall, I'll just walk by, try throwing it at the wall.
Yes, antagonize him. Perfect.
Just hear a low rumbling growl. She's just licking her paw and she's like,
But yes, I guess I will do
Stick my tongue out.
the D, except it's not
she swipes your
like it doesn't have a nice curve. It's the like sideways triangle
Yeah.
of a D for disaster detectives.
What
And
do you
I'll
think
do
about
She
the,
like whoops
the
up
arrow.
against your leg.
It's D and also it's an arrow.
That only works if we're going that way.
Yeah, I mean you can do it anyway.
That was just an upside down D. Feel it.
It's
Okay,
disaster
so
detective.
you leave a directional D, stopping at every segment that you take a direction to mark it and take you a little bit of extra time to do that. What's up? Yeah, I have it.
I just don't know where we are.
Sure.
Herme, please don't take this as an indication of my faith in your abilities. I just, without a
That's
dedicated guide,
That's what I like to do.
Aww.
the last thing we need is to be.
He said that's smart.
The last thing we need is to be lost.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a day's journey away from our destination.
Oh,
You
minutes.
hear you put in your mind and say, yeah, I'm not dying here. Yeah. Anything we can do.
Where we are?
You have my full support.
You guys, this is really meant to be just representative, unless something goes wrong. But
By the way,
you come out initially from those stairs as you're moving down.
I know you want to.
Don't do it. Resist temptation.
If you do, watch those
Then
ears.
you'll
What any snaps for?
I'm great. Thank you so much.
I'm
Get the snaps. Get the snaps.
Jay, do you remember off the top of your head how much you said the sending box was going to cost? Was it
1,000.
I thought I said 2,000. Did I say
Okay.
1,000?
I don't recall.
I can look up in my notes.
I went back and forth because like I don't remember for sure because I thought it should be 2,000 and then I was like, I don't want to keep them from being able to get this and I don't know how much money they have. So I might have dropped it down to 1,000.
I will tonight, before next session, I will find in my notes because I for sure wrote it down.
Okay. Yeah, I think you guys are right that it's 1,000. I think I thought 2,000 initially and then bumped it down to try to make it feasible for you guys to get.
I appreciate you for that.
I also have prices here for the cost for delivery from a general sending office to different places. Yeah, I did a breakdown of like standard delivery, express arcane burst, rural or remote routing, heavily sealed.
How long does it take if it's a standard then? Or is it just like, you know?
I thought that was just a silly thing that I did. It's an instantaneous effect. But
Perhaps
they're
they can pay for expedited costs.
Yeah, or expedited, like if it's going to an office and you're trying to get to a building from there, like there's still like might be a horse and rider element to that. So those.
Do you have a sequence on the napkin anyway?
Yes, far top drawer on the far left.
What was the city we helped rebuild after the tornado?
Windhaven.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought that was where the Buckles was from. But yeah, like they probably don't have their own.
Larkspur Glen.
That
Yeah,
was
Windhaven was the bigger city, and then Larkspur Glen was the one that we went to after the tornado.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it would be like Windhaven and Larkspur Glen would have
Yeah.
like a Pony Express type thing, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, the major cities have an office, a sending office, and then sometimes they are strategically placed because they're like, if there's a city or a town that is between two major locations where it's like, all right, it's been a long enough travel, you probably need to set up a sending box here. So sometimes even small towns can have one. But they're usually found in bigger metropolis type cities. All right, another survival check. At advantage. Hey, not a bad thing to use your inspiration for, and also use it to lose it.
Dang.
Stop using the
Same.
damn metal dice.
Maybe it's about my left.
What'd you get, buddy?
10.
10? 10. Okay. You, at one point, take what you and Kazun think is a correct turn. And after about 20 minutes or so of traveling down it, Aoife stops you all and communicates into someone's mind that she only smells on kegs. On kegs. Beyond.
Her fur is like standing up.
She's like, I don't smell, no people have come this way in a long time, but many beasts have.
Not friendly ones. Not ones I want to be talking to.
And in like
Reverse.
sitting down to reconfigure and go, well, is this the right way? You realize that you made a,
Cancel that tunnel in the drawing.
yeah. Nope. And head back.
What a
And
sad
then back.
face.
So you lose about an hour of travel time coming down and getting back, but you manage to get yourself back on the right way. Make me another survival check.
There's no metal dice. I do only have one.
Hey, here, take it. Here, listen. That's my D20. There we go. I was worried I was doing my D12 for a second. Like, I don't need to do that to us.
It's just 2 and 7. It was like 4 and 7. I used my
I'm assisting. Can I use my inspiration?
Your assistance is already bringing the
Okay,
base
fair.
down.
That's fair.
10.
You have your dice reroll.
I do, yeah.
It's up to you, but I just
We
want
do
to.
have to make
Well, like another set of.
Yeah, here, listen. Yeah, I will give you. Okay, I will give you options. I'll give you options. Okay.
It could just be you.
I'll change everything.
It can also be, I
Roll over
think, the
here.
dice, I'm gonna change everything.
Yes, dirty 20.
Hey, that's very different.
Well, now we don't know what did it.
There were too many
Too
variables.
many correlative
I'll
factors.
keep doing the
We
same
can't
thing.
figure out causation.
Can't replicate.
I actually had an argument at work about that the other day because something was broken and people were trying to fix it. I'm like, stop trying to change everything at once.
Yeah, we're not gonna know what
Stop.
fixes it.
We're not gonna know
Yeah.
what the
So much of my job is stopping people from pulling every lever at once.
Yeah.
Being like, nope, we pull the levers one at a time and see
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, you manage. It takes. Herme gets back into the main area, and you guys sort of camp out a little while. I don't know if you've ever, if you guys know the vibe. If you've ever been in a group that's trying to find their way through something, but there are like intermittent stops where the three people who are like the main people are focused on it, and they're all like huddled around and
Hurry up and wait.
and talk, and the rest of you are sort of milling about, like, keeping watch and making sure that nothing sneaks up and surprises you.
I imagine those minutes are like these two like side-eyeing each other, and Priya like just looking to see what's actually going on.
Yeah, Priya's keeping watch, and these two are being petty. Michelle and I were.
And like just looking to see what's actually going on.
Yeah, Priya's keeping watch, and these two are being petty. Michelle and I were like the instantaneous teamwork from Nor and Heath the minute things got real. We were talking about it in the context of in the Dread so far we've kind of had like easy, medium, hard encounters, because the on-kegs were actually like, you guys smoked those guys. You guys just mollywopped them, which was super fun to watch. And then you had the disaster, which people struggled with a little bit, but no one's life was ever in danger. Like, no one was ever like, oh, I mean, except Raholi. No one in the party was ever like, oh, I might die from this. So that was still at a low enough level of threat that when Heath was like, I'm gonna help Nor out, Nor was like, I don't need your fucking help. But like last session got so, like the minute things were really real, and Flint was in trouble, there was no pausing to be petty. There was just sticking beeswax in ears and putting spells
rope
and
together.
Yeah, and it was really cool. All right, so as you guys are sort of at one four-way intersection trying to figure your way through, a small band of travelers comes down one of the ways and sees that you guys are trying to figure out where you're going, and stops and
Aoife's gonna lay down and try to look relaxed and non-threatening.
You are what right now? You're a tiger?
Snow leopard.
You're a snow
Just
leopard.
looking long tail, just licking my paw. I'm not necessarily a snow leopard. Just it's the saber-toothed tiger stat block. I'm just imagining like a white.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, less
Totally.
long teeth, more long tail.
Panther type.
Yeah, exactly.
They are actually riding on a beast their own selves, and seem like they definitely eye you, but they seem less like surprised and suspicious at there being a large beast with this group. They're like, yeah, you have one, we have one.
Yeah.
Like, you need protection and things to carry things on.
We all have beasts.
Like, yeah.
She's gonna try and say hello. She does not have speak with animals up specifically.
Okay.
She's gonna see like, do we speak the same
She's
animals?
just gonna growl at it. You do not speak the same language as
She's
the
gonna
animal.
try to make like more of like the chirping kind of like a friendly noise that cats can make, and less of
that.
a growl.
Okay.
I don't know how well she does with that, but
Let me pull this.
just like, yo, how you doing?
Okay. I'm trying to pull this.
It's sitting on the TV.
Oh, my very cute. Yes. Oh, my very cute companion. There we go. This is a small group of mostly gnomes, a couple dwarves.
Bunch of short people.
They are all short people. It's a small group of mostly gnomes, a couple dwarves, one of which is a dwergar. Here we go. Riding on and laying down on this creature.
Okay, she would not try to talk to this thing.
I didn't think you would.
No, I mean, just because she would assume that it's not, whatever she is right now, it's not speaking the
No.
same family branch of language
It's not,
she's in.
you're not in the same genus
No.
or whatever.
That's fucking cool.
No, this is
Really
awesome. She would be deeply regretting that she does not have speak with animals up right now.
I love that his eyes look like
It's
headlights.
dwarven Zimzim?
Right? They do glow slightly, more in a bioluminescent sort of glow. They're not shining light.
The patron, like a shiny, like.
When you
Like
get-
a
it's
carrot.
chasing
Yeah,
a
it's the
mule.
thing.
Yeah.
It's strung out in front of it to keep it walking. So one of them pops off when they stop to help you guys and throws a little blanket over the over the globe that's hanging in front of it, and it sort of stops and looks confused and settles in.
Oh.
But they come alongside you guys and give you and figure out where you're going and point to the correct tunnel and try to give. They argue a little bit over it, so you feel less than positive about the things, but they do settle on like, yeah, you're definitely. They all agree that you're gonna take this certain tunnel, and then from there, that's when it starts splitting off. It's like, and then after that, you're gonna take two lefts, your first left, and then your next first left, and then
No,
and then,
not
yeah,
that.
the
No,
other one's
it's
like,
one
no,
left
it's your
and then a
first
right.
left, and then your next second left, and there's a little bit of disagreement, but they all agree on the first tunnel, so they send you on your way.
Did they say where they're coming from?
Sure. If you want to ask, they would have say that they are from Clan. I've got this crowd with me. Clan Gemheart, and they are traveling to pick up supplies from. And that they're coming back from picking up supplies at Clan Oxford. The tunnel that they came from is specifically coming up. And this is one of the things I was going to write you and didn't. I had a whole breakdown, which is why I didn't write you more. I had a crisis of lore. But instead of being the simple way that I sent out to you guys, where it was like each of the clans is set out sort of equally spaced around Luminara, it's really like Clan Fireforge somewhere in that westward direction, but mostly deeper. Clan Abisroot. So like they're as much under Luminara as they are to the side of it.
This is the difference between the Peaks map we had, which depicts them as like equally spaced in a ring,
Yes.
and the actual
And the
Dregs
actual
map,
Dregs map,
which
that have
would for
3D.
sure include elevation.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, so we're gonna blame it on the on getting a map from the surface. It's like, this is how they're spaced out, and it's like,
Bitch,
no.
no, it's not.
No, it's not.
None of y'all ever been down here before.
And Clan Gemheart.
There's no elevation on this map. What are you talking about?
And Clan, right? This is so you can't be right. Clan Gemheart is probably the closest one to the entrance from the peaks at Shadowmere, where you guys came down from. You guys would have just had to turn left in the other direction to get there. But they have the most consistent trade with the upper world, and are closer to sort of the surface level and to that entrance. And that's sort of where they and Clan Stonebreaker are closer to each other than the other clans are, so not being equally spaced out like that. And Fireforge is where I set it up, but Abisroot and Stonebreaker sort of and I'm trying to give this to you because I didn't give it to you before, but by structurally, they sort of come out from where Clan Fireforge is settled. And then Gemheart sort of comes out from where Stonebreaker is settled. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, like if it was a lightning strike, it would start in one place and branch.
And branch off. Yeah. Great. And one goes down.
Yeah.
More than the others. But the deepest is definitely Obusfruit. Fireforge is the second deepest. And then Gemheart is definitely the closest to the surface. So yeah, they chat with you guys a little bit, saying that they're from Gemheart and that they have to travel this way pretty regularly and really enjoy it, and hope that you guys have been having good travels yourselves and that you don't get lost, and why did you come down here without a guide, and...
Well, let's just say don't go swimming.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah, just don't even think about it.
Don't think about swimming?
Don't think about it. Don't do it. Don't even dip your toe.
Oh man, it's always good to think about new experiences. How does one empathize with other cultures and peoples if we don't consider what their experiences might be?
How does one empathize with other peoples and other cultures?
I think you're maybe taking the suggestion too seriously. The waters are dangerous right now. If you touch it.
Apologies, I didn't understand.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I don't usually consider thinking about
you were
things
asking
to be
about our
dangerous.
guide, yeah. So he got entranced by the water, jumped in the water, and it sort of took him away. And we barely we tried to go after him, but we barely made it out ourselves. So don't go swimming. Think about swimming maybe a few months from now.
That is an incredible story. I cannot wait to tell you. Will you tell me what the name of this person was?
It's awesome. His name was Raholi. Yeah, he was a fish person.
Oh, one of the knives.
Yeah, that.
Oh, we don't see very many of those.
Well, the way that he was acting, it seems that they're all headed to a certain
Would you like to
place.
talk about patrons as well?
I love that he decided somehow simultaneously like one of the most social and least social people in the group. It's like he do be wanting to talk to people. Like
He's
he
the
be
most
chatting.
willing to speak up. And the
People
least-
just don't
the
like
least-
what he has to say. Yeah.
That's not always the case.
Yeah.
I
I think Aoife would kind of walk up next to Kazun and ask in your mind, what is this amazing creature? Definitely not a horse.
No. You see? Like, this is not a horse. Very, very different from the horses we've seen above.
That's too good, guys.
Definitely.
No.
Yeah, I would just kind of like respond with the name of like, what are these called?
Hold up.
Did we discuss?
They're called, hold up.
Sorry, I was
Josh, was it with your presentation that we were talking about everything is crowd?
Yeah, the carcinogens.
Yes.
Everything is evolving independently.
I can't say that freaking word.
I can't
Crustacean.
say it.
Carcinization. Yeah.
Skitters.
Skitter. Yeah, it's called skitter.
Really?
More or less. As friendly as horses. Which, you know, if you get behind one, it'll kick you. But
They're generally pack animals, so that is a good assessment.
stay out of his claws.
Like some stay out from under, like just like you want to stay out from behind a horse, you want to stay out from under a skitter.
Okay.
Duly noted. There are probably better names for that, but that's the one I came up with, so that's what I got.
No, well, I mean, it's kind of like how people just call a lot of horses ponies. Like, you know, like they have official names, and then they have the names people call them.
Yeah.
Eventually they become the word bear.
Oh yeah,
just isn't actually what it was called. It's just like I think it means in like Scandinavian or like a Nordic language that it's the thing with
Yeah.
claws.
That animal. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's they were afraid to say the actual word for bear for fear of alerting it somehow.
Really?
And
Yeah.
so
the
like
word
the
we know-
Germanic like
Yeah.
root word for bear is literally just the word we say for that animal.
Amazing.
That's hilarious too, because like Arctic means like bear,
Yeah.
Antarctic means not bear, which is funny because polar bears live in the North Pole and not in the South Pole. But that's not why they were named that. They were named that because of Ursa
Constellations.
Major and
Yep.
Ursa Minor
We do the same
appearing in the
thing.
north and not in
Fun
the south.
fact.
We do the same thing with our president. Nobody calls his name. Everybody says tall man, but everybody knows like who's talking about it.
There you go.
Yeah, so this would be a large skitter.
If you guys are coming from
I dropped a picture of who you guys are talking
the Gemheart City, insert Gemheart City. Have you guys, or no, they were coming from this route.
Oh,
Have you guys been experiencing, or have you heard of how this route was experiencing like any rise in frequency of earthquakes or any other kind of natural disasters?
to. Oh yeah, we've all been dealing with a lot more earthquakes down here. Something I figured that, I mean, you're from here, right? I figured you do.
I've been outside for a while, but yeah, we were having them in Magmahearth as well.
We're
passed-
handling them as best we can, but they continue to be more frequent and severe, and you know, it seems like the Abyss Fruit clan is getting hit as hard as anyone else. I imagine that's why all the prices have gotten higher.
And it seems we passed some travelers from the stomping on the way, and it seems it's gotten very, very bad there.
Yes, I mean, I don't think it's as bad in around the Gemheart cities as everywhere else. It seems like the deeper you go, the more severe you end up getting. So I don't think we're getting hit quite as badly as the rest of the dregs. But I know that some cities have collapsed in Stonebreaker, and there have been deaths for sure in the tunnels and Abyss Fruit, people mining and tunnels collapsing and new tunnels opening up unexpected and chasms that weren't there before, you know. So definitely sad business, the whole thing.
Have you heard anything of Magmahearth?
I mean, I heard it's similar to. I don't get there as often. What I hear is mostly rumor from travelers like yourself. You know what you're getting from me right now. So it's all third and fourth order. But I've heard similar to Stonebreaker. I mean, I heard they lost an entire section of their the holiest part of their city. I shouldn't say yours. That lost a good bit of your history and books and whatnot.
That was a couple of months ago. I was just wondering if you had heard anything more recent.
I mean, I hear of it, I'm getting hit in the same way as Stonebreaker, but I haven't heard anything specific, like particular cities that have been hit worse than others or anything like that. But again, I don't keep my ear necessarily to the ground on that. I try to stay positive and look for, you know, the keep my head up out here in the tunnels and believe it's all gonna ride through and turn out okay. So
He doesn't do you ever go to the surface or?
oh, not myself. I feel weird with so much air around. It's very exposing and odd. It feels a little bit like being naked. You know, just out there for everyone to see.
Just wait until you encounter stairs and out there, without even any railings or anything, just stairs going up a mountain
Just in the air?
in the air. Yeah.
Nothing to enclose you at all?
No. It
See,
was
now, who
awful.
wants that? That's terrible architecture. We should get a representative. We should get a representative from Stonebreaker up there. They clearly need some better some better architectural skill and safety. What are the safety standards?
It was literally like 200 feet. If you fell, you just would keep falling for 200 feet.
Of open air.
Yeah, a mountain, the side of the mountain.
You really should give it a go, you know? Swimming's bad, but you can at least do some climbing.
I do try to keep my mind open to new experiences, but I don't think that's one that I ever want to have. I can't understand anyone wanting to live so exposed to the elements like that. It's very comfortable and homey down here, you know? You feel like the earth is it's holding you in its arms, you know, just cradled in Yume's hands at any point in time.
We find sometimes the ground likes to, you know, hug a little bit too hard.
Friend, on the topic, to at least briefly turn the conversation to business.
Oh, business!
You are...
Cherry! Business!
You all are of Gemheart, and we recently, and Nora's going to share a look with Priya, during one of these occasions, which we got to be a little closer to the earth than we perhaps wanted.
Oh, no such thing.
We got caught in one of the earthquakes.
Yes.
But look, y'all here, sturdy and hardier for it. Closer to
I love this person so much.
to the heart of Yume than ever you've been.
I appreciate your optimism, but what I seek now is your experience. We found what we thought appeared to be veins of Loomcrest in the walls, but of course we were a day and a half's journey from where we are now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Loomcrest is not. It is not so close to the surface. It's.
Oh yeah. And that's not only not close to the surface. You're not teaching them very much about your culture, there, son. Not far be it from me to judge. Apologies, but you know it's good to share knowledge with each other and let each other know what our own people. Anyway, I'll tell you
To be
about
fair,
it.
I did tell them this. I did tell them that Loomcrest doesn't grow here. I did not see this alleged Loomcrest.
Okay. So
And this could be hearsay.
needs a more wizened voice. I understand. Sometimes we can wrongfully, dismiss what the young have to say because they seem inexperienced. But
Eva's gonna nudge Ilyrian. Just mentally.
just mentally nudge her.
Well, you can't physically do it because she's on her person, right? And her stuff is morphed into it.
Hold up, I'm sending a picture of Cherry because Cherry's gonna walk up.
Oh, I love her.
I love these people.
Cherry walks up, quill and paper and short scroll in hand. She's like, I heard business. But he's going to be answering in the middle of, that's going to be in the middle of him answering you. Now Luminous doesn't grow outside of Luminara, son. It's the whole basis of our economy here, and the source of much strife between different clans and the people of Luminara. Many different political opinions as far as whether the fairness of really the hold that, you know, the people of Luminara have on the crystal, and who knows that if they didn't guard it so closely that it wouldn't be so rare and so sought after. But as it stands, it only grows in Luminara, and they very closely monitor the veins of the material. They have some means of making sure it doesn't get out beyond where they want it to get. So it really is, it's sort of a harrowing and dangerous escapade for those who go in and try to get to those veins, because you really have to pass the guard of Luminarans in order to get there at all. So I don't know what you saw, but there's a lot that's glittery and beautiful down here, and it's not all luminous.
That's truly, that makes so much more sense, because we had been hearing rumors that veins of Loomcrest were being found in areas where they were not ordinarily supposed to be.
Did you happen to hear these rumors from someone who's trying to sell you some fake Loomcrest?
It sounds like you've been around. Sounds like
it's forgeries happen, Sonny. Forgeries do happen. Now, you can tell a real Loomcrest crystal by the sheen of it, but it takes an experienced eye. Come down to Gemheart at some point. Look me up. And he's like rifling through. He's like, I have a symbol in here somewhere. You can find my shop. And Cherry just hands you. She's like, here. And I'll show you what real Loomcrest looks like. It doesn't come around real often, but I'll show you how you can test the sheen of it. And there's a very particular sound it makes too when you test it with a metal with what are those things called? The music prongs.
Tuning fork?
Yes. It sings in a very particular way. It's not unusual for the untrained eye to fall for these things.
well, funny you say that. Is there any way you could perhaps demonstrate? We have, and I forget which one of you currently has it. Do you have it on your person?
It was him.
Kazun, you do.
What, the numbers?
The Loomcrest.
Not these Loomcrest.
Obviously, you've mentioned how tightly controlled everything is, but we have.
Oh, don't mistake me. This route is all the folk of the dregs. They get their hands on it in general, and the Abyss routes more than anyone else. They manage.
And we have an heirloom piece here that we believe is Loomcrest, and could you just demonstrate how we would recognize if we were to run into a vein of this so-called Fool's Loomcrest again?
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna pick that up and start saying that. I like it. Fool's Loomcrest. Oh, you're no fool, Sonny. I can tell you're a smart one.
Wouldn't it be Fool's Crest?
I like Fool's Crest. That's good.
Very cool.
Yeah, I guess I'll pull it out then so they can test it.
Ooh, all right. Let me get my fingers on it.
This is like maximum grandpa vibes. I'm so happy.
There's
What
a
is
lot.
his name, by the way? Like, we got Cherry.
Yeah, his name is Findle Davensbrock.
Kendall Davenport.
Thimble with an
Findle.
F.
With a D. Findle with an F and a D.
Find.
Davensbrock?
Davensbrock.
Davensbrock is very good.
Everything about this is good.
Yeah.
Pat yourself on the back for that last name. It's a hard one to think of.
It's like a cute grandpa crossed with a crazy prospector.
Yeah.
I love that. You got it. They gotta have the prospector vibes.
Yeah.
Hold up, I'm putting Cherry down too. Yeah, and he gives you a little carved symbol. It's very thin rock so that it's not heavy,
Okay.
but still sturdy enough to not break if you put it in a pack or something, of several just like almost a wheel of crossed over little tools, like a little, like one of the little tinker hammers and a little like one of the carving knives, like just different tinker tools all crossed into a wheel. And he says, yeah, you come look up my shop, Dappenstruck's the name, and you'll find me, I'm very well known. And he receives the rock, and his, after a moment as he's looking at it, his aura goes from a little bit more jovial and to considering and Jerry dear, hand me my glass. And he puts on a little, like, one of those one-sided
glasses thing with all the little
like that, like, and he's peering at it really closely, and he even.
Oh, I love that.
Nifa looks at.
You guys see?
And he takes out a tuning fork. Ding! And it actually is, as he hits this tuning fork, it is a very pure, beautiful, clear, single note that rings out as he hits this note. He goes, well, by Caleb himself, you have a real genuine, sizable chunk of loom crust here. That's quite impressive. This thing is worth a fortune. Are you in the market to sell? You said business. Are you in the market for selling?
Business
All the
acumen.
things I could make with this.
And I'm absolutely sure. But truthfully, what we're more interested in is, can someone who knows their gemwork and stonework detect where a crystal might be from? Obviously, we know it's all from around Luminara, but could we know from where in the dregs this crystal might have originated from? A particular vein of the loom crest that it could be traced back to. And I'm obviously not even an amateur at this, so I'm not familiar with how much you can glean from a single piece of crystal, but...
It's an interesting question. Not one I've ever been asked before. It's not usually of interest to people where the material came from, so long as it's valid and true. But I like a challenge, and I think I could give it some investigative verve. Let me see. Now here's what I would say. You said, now I'm upset I didn't buy one of those bismuth pieces. We
accidentally found a crystal shop
Oh
and they
my
had
gosh.
a whole basket of bismuth pieces.
of bismuth pieces, which were crazy expensive, which of course they are.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, I'm gonna come back here and find a chunk I'm willing to buy, and I didn't know we were gonna have this whole let's assess the Limgris thing where I just bought it then and we could be looking at it right now. But he does some more investigation and studying over it, and he says, now you see how
It's legitimate. He said it's worth
the
a fortune.
shape of
It's bigger than most pieces.
these spirals is perfectly symmetrical and shaped so beautifully, and how it tapers off on this side, just so. Now, what that tells me is this is no chunk of Loomcrest pulled out from the rock, yes? This is how we in the dregs usually manage it. Now, not always. Sometimes they're swindled out of boxes and chests and such, and pulled from those who have already gotten it out. But that's a lot riskier usually. And for the most part, the way one does it is gets to a vein and tries to get as much a chunk as they can out before they get caught. Now this one, it really bears the touch of shaping, you know, as the Luminarans do. This I would say that this was taken off of probably swiped from a Luminaran pack while they weren't paying too close enough attention, because this looks like one of them that were intentionally shaped out of the veins, as it were. You can see Gemheart cuts on a piece that's been formed and shaped by our tools. It's just different. So I don't see a single tool that's ever touched this, but obviously it's shaped.
Fascinating. I appreciate it immensely. I regret it is not mine to give. I
Oh,
regret.
I wouldn't expect you to give it. I'll pay a hefty sum for this. I can make you the most incredible items out of this if you wanted something very gorgeous, or in fact, powerful magical items can be made.
He was gonna ask you to say, can you ask him what you can do with it? If it can be used for disguise. Okay, then do it.
Well,
Well,
I'll walk
everyone's
up.
asking the same question.
Basically, I'll walk up and I'll hold my hand out. Unfortunately, it's actually rather important to me.
Oh, apologies. I'm only
Can you?
trying to help.
We would love to bring him back once we're done. So we were just wondering how we can find you guys and your store.
Yes, I gave the symbol, and if
No, I
you
need more information. Like you said, that sharing information is like important over here.
Yes.
And I assume that you know all that tunnels and everything, like all intersections. So maybe you have some kind of old dusty map on your cup holder thing.
oh, my old Skidder here?
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, I would keep a map. All my travels are up here in the
What
old
about this?
I was waiting for that line, didn't I?
Can you help me fling this out?
very impressive. Oh, that's, now, Cherry, you were making, and Cherry goes,
Cherry goes, "Nah."
Cherry goes, yes, this, sharing information is wonderful, and would you be, in the spirit of friendship and sharing, willing to... willing to reimburse our dear head of the group here for the valuable information he's giving and that you desire for him to continue to give?
We would love to.
Oh, now, Cherry, sweetie, what, that's not good, just friendliness. We're trying to, you want people to give and be kind to you. You gotta give and be kind to people. That's how we create the world that we want to see. And Cherry goes, and also the way that we create the shop that we want to see is by having money to be able to make new repairs. And he just, and they start grumping at each
Is
other.
there a family resemblance between the two?
No, they do not seem to be. In fact, he is a deep gnome, and she seems to be a. I need a different name for. I don't like that there's like deep gnome and just gnome, but that it wouldn't be surface gnome because
Sniffer Belton is the name for it.
Svifferbelton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
however you say
So
that.
no, I think it's Svifferblane. But
Name for it.
Svifferbelton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
however you say
so
that.
no, I think it's Svifferblane. But he's a Svifferblane and she is a gnome. I'm looking that up.
Gotcha.
But as you look around at the small group, you can tell that probably a couple of them are related to each other in the group, just not necessarily these two. Sverfneblin. How to pronounce? Someone said it's pronounced how it's spelled. Get out. Get absolutely fucked.
That's a
Get
writing
wrecked.
comment if I ever heard it. Or saw it.
Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna say Sverfniblin until Sverfniblin until we say otherwise. Yes, so he is a gray gnome, a Sverfniblin, and she is a.
So, as I'm sort of turning it over,
It's still going. Volume
I'll ask, are these crystals magical? Like, can they be used to be a focus for magic, or?
I can tell you that they can make very powerful and impressive magical items, as well as making some of the most beautiful jewelry you'll ever see in your life. I'm telling you, if you let me work my magic on that piece right there, I'll make you something that's nothing like nothing you've ever seen before.
Perhaps later. I guess the person that this belonged to meant a great deal to me. She, I just wonder if she used this to amplify magic of some kind.
I suppose it could be done in its raw form, used as something of an arcane focus, if that's what you're asking. Stop. Get them.
We will pay you for this. It's fine.
Okay, great, thanks. Wonderful.
You said that this could be used as an arcane focus. Is there a type of magic that the crystals naturally work well with? The fact that it seems to have been sung into shape, as you put it, implies to me transmutation,
You know
perhaps.
more than you're letting on.
I'm a quick study.
I can tell a salesman and a tradesman by trade. Like knows unto like.
But to the question, could you perhaps transmute something with this crystal? Change appearance. True change, not illusory change.
I haven't seen it done with something in its raw form like this. Usually something as now. Ludicrous do make incredible magical items and therefore have something of natural magic to them, or they wouldn't be channeled so well. But there is necessity in the channeling and in the forming of the structures to make it channel that magic in certain ways. Now, to your question, I would say that they lend themselves, and this is a trade secret from old Davin's Rock, so don't go telling any of the others around Gemheart now. I trust you. And Cherry's just like, because you seem like a trustworthy son. Now, I do think it's been my experience that they lend themselves better to transmutation magic. So if I am using Ludicrous toward some magical item that is meant to involve transmutation, it'll go easier. It's there's a liking to it. But, you know, you can get it to do anything you need it to do, just like you can train any anyone to, toward any skill, but some take more easily to it than others.
Kazun, did you, way back when, detect magic on us? And it was the transmutation magic.
It was. And it was that same tone and nature of magic that he's gotten from the natural disasters. Like, this is innate nature magic, and not like a spell that someone has cast on this piece of earth.
I have to say that we will certainly have to pay you a visit on our way back from Magmahearth.
See, Cherry, I managed to scrounge up customers. They want to come back when you're kind to them. I've been trying to tell you.
Listen, we have no reasons to go, and now we have all the reasons to go.
I would love to see you at my shop.
I would love to meet at your shop.
We still don't know how to do that.
Say again.
We still don't know how to do that.
He gave us
Yeah, once you get to Gemheart.
We just have to make our way to Gemheart. Yeah.
We'll buy
Yeah,
a magnet Magmahearth.
Cherry slides up to you after your question, Flint, and says, I have had to be doing more mapping lately because the tunnels keep changing. So, it's really more than more keep opening up, but I mean also more keep collapsing. So yeah, I think that was a good way of saying it. The tunnels keep changing. Some collapse and are closed, and some are opened up. So Findle's knowledge of the travelways aren't as steady as reliable as they used to be. So I'm trying to keep a decent map, but I don't know if it'll be of much help to you since mine is for the tunnels between Gemheart and Abyssroot.
It's fine, I'll do my own map as now, but I was wondering, so you said that tunnels are opening up by naturally, or
Well, just the earthquakes keep breaking new pieces
nothing,
open.
no creatures opening up, right?
Oh, that happens too, for sure.
Great.
Yeah, leave Skitter here alone long enough and he'll tunnel right through this wall.
Great, too. Okay.
Takes him a little longer than most. He's, domesticated, so it doesn't come as natural.
Should we be afraid of anything in this? Should we be afraid of anything in this?
Oh yeah, tons of things.
Everything in fact.
Just as matter of fact as Kazun is about it.
Well, how do you guys protect yourselves, like your group and everything?
Well, having a skitter is really helpful. They're large and shelled and not unnatural prey to most things here in the tunnels. So we tend to, we ride him and we tend to sleep on his back at night. So that's usually that wards off definitely a lot of the smaller things. And then she points back to the other two gnomes and the Dwergar, there'd be one more gnome, a dwarf, and Dwergar with them. And they seem a little bit more heavily, outfitted than these two. And she sort of gestures back to them. And, you always have to make sure that you're traveling with people who know how to, put up a defense if you need it. It's not my area of expertise, but you don't want to go without someone whose it is.
We're fun all day. Thank you for the information.
You're welcome. I hope that you don't die.
Nor, how much should we donate to pay them the information?
Oh no. We don't need it. And and Cherry's making an issue and he's waving her off. He goes, no. You just do a good turn to the next people you run into, and that's how the world gets better, right? And then you're gonna come and visit me at my shop, and everything is gonna be lovely. So that's the payment that I'll ask for, is you come give old Dappin Sprock a visit. And remember the name. Best gem shop in the entirety of Gemheart. And I'll stand on that to anyone who wants to say otherwise.
So will I, man.
Having not run into any other gem shop, I will also stand on that.
My excessive loyalty.
That's a question.
Oh, and you don't have one more tattoos.
I'm still a cat.
Oh, I forgot you.
I'm sorry, that was me above table saying.
Yeah. My bad. You were talking, so I was like, oh, Ethan's
I
here.
do. I will say that during this conversation, she would have been like nodding, very
And they're just
engaged.
like, yes, this
Very
nodding lion. Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay. Nor is going to try to make, even though he waved us off already, Nor is going to try to make eye contact with Kazun and Flint and Eva and Priya.
Everyone but Heath.
And
I'm going to try to specifically make eye contact with everyone in my party except for Heath.
Correct.
Hilarious.
Correct.
We love
I'm looking at the crystal anyway.
And on the one hand, Nor is like, well, excellent, we got information and we did not have to give anything for it. But on the other hand, this person has been genuinely nice, and you suggested paying him even though he has waved us off. So, trying to gauge from the group, like, do we just go ahead and accept the hospitality?
I think Eva would say in your mind, Cherry is making maps. She seems like getting her favor would be worthwhile. I vote in favor.
Okay.
I just nod. You didn't say that to me, but like I see that.
But you nod to North look.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Truly, appreciate the advice and the knowledge, and we'll take.
He's already like trying to climb back up on the stair. Oh, what?
Sorry.
Are we still talking?
Eva's gonna come give him a boost.
Oh, it's big and fluffy. It's very big.
She's gonna like purr. It's like.
Hi there, big fella.
She's just gonna
You know,
try to
maybe
nudge
we
him
should
up.
ask Aoife if she appreciates being pet as an animal or not. She could like tell these people like, please don't pet her. Like,
Consent, please.
That's my
We had someone trying to
service
pet
standard.
the displacer beast in Wildly on the Witchlight, which is an intelligent talking being.
Get chomped,
And he's
man.
seeing it talking, so he knows that and he's like, I'm gonna pet it. And I was like, without asking, and he's like, yes. And the next moment he had 0 HP. It was great.
Durley
Yeah.
Ron, do not fuck with.
I even gave him that opportunity. I was like, you're not gonna ask, you're not gonna ask if you can pet her, and he was like, I don't speak her language, so no. I was like, okay. I don't think that's how that works.
yep.
And he went down.
Hold out your hand and see if it
pantomime,
seems
yeah,
receptive.
just like-
Or ask your friend who does speak her language.
Or that.
Yeah.
Or that.
They were having a whole ass conversation.
Sir, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to hold you up, and believe me, she's very friendly. You
Oh,
don't have
it's a
to-
she. Sorry, old gal. Sorry about that.
I wouldn't feel right if we didn't repay your kindness and in your information. If you must consider it an advance deposit on what we might purchase at your shop when we arrive in Gemheart.
Oh, all right. I like that. Means more time with you.
And then, oh gosh, can I do?
Economy check.
Yeah, I was gonna say appraisal. Like, can I? What would be fair for
How much is that
for a
for
map
10 days?
and for Cherry's map and the information that
Yeah, what would be an inoffensive amount to offer?
You were asking how much would be food for 10 days,
Yeah.
right? A regular modest meal is 3 silver. So depending on the quality of the meal, multiply that by 10.
What's a map?
Essentially a gold a day. Yeah, so if it's one meal is 3 silver, it's 4 people.
Cartography
Oh.
supplies go for 15 gold, but a map itself, depending on, goes for about 1 gold. And this, I think that would be a fair exchange for, because this wouldn't be like, this isn't like an expert made map.
Sure.
It's just,
I'll go give it 10.
Yeah, 5 to 10.
For meal and 4 for map.
Yeah, where's the meal?
yeah, there are
1.2 gold per day for people.
Oh, but
It's just a
are we
regular
buying
economy.
food off?
No.
Oh, you're just
giving
using
money
it as
to
a.
let them buy.
I see. Okay.
I see.
You're like
Yeah, I
exchanging them a number of
I
days'
think
wages.
10 gold would be extremely generous, and 5 to 6 gold would be reasonable. Cherry sort of raises her eyebrows and goes into her pack and does a quick, like, she does a charcoal etching of the map that she's made so that she can hold on to the original and hands it over to you. She goes, should make.
You just did it in like 2 seconds?
Well, if you do an engraved map first instead of just on paper, then you can make copies of it pretty easily.
Can I buy some of them?
An engraved one?
Yeah.
I only have one.
Okay.
Well,
They'll likely have supplies in Magmahearth to reproduce.
oh, definitely. They have what you need there to do an engraving.
This is impressive.
I love Herme so much.
Yeah, let's split the difference and 7 gold.
He continues to sort of negate and try to tell you that that's way too much while Cherry happily receives it. She clearly is the person that keeps track of the money, and she has all the pouches and she makes a little annotation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine her immediately having a book. And
She
just
does.
making
She
lots of-
immediately
yeah.
makes an annotation in one of her ledgers, and she goes, "Pleasure doing business with you. We hope to see you at the Daphne." I forgot it already. At the Daphne. I almost said Daphne Fork, and I knew that wasn't right. At the Daphne Fork. Daphne Fork. At the Daphne Fork. Fuck you. At the Fork of Pepper Gem Shop.
Yeah, I do like Torpor Pepper as a stand-in for whatever word you're trying to read.
Whatever word I can't find.
Yeah.
And unless anyone has anything else, they pack up and continue on.
After they pack up, I turn to Heath and I say, "Can I see that for a moment?"
Yeah. You can keep it too.
Something he said kind of just made me think for a minute, and what I want to try to do is use it as an arcane focus and cast prestidigitation on the wall, since this is a transmutation spell.
Okay.
And I just want to write Dappin Sprock Gems Best in Gemheart. Put it on the wall where we're at.
Nice.
I love that.
But yeah, I want to try to see if maybe the spell amplifies the effect somehow.
Nice.
Or
2 birds,
something.
one stone.
Yeah, it feels different. Yeah.
It works. It is able to function as an arcane focus. As you use, which spell was this?
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. As you use your prestidigitation, it doesn't come out the way your magic usually does. It's the letters that emblazon up on the wall are a beautiful rainbow prismatic color that you have seen, I think only previously when you've been detecting magic, and Heath has used his magic.
Say that again. As I say
Everyone
that,
at the table
as I
says,
say
"Come
that,
again."
There have been moments in the past with
Yeah.
Kazun where he has been detecting magic specifically at you guys as you were doing magic, like in the sewers and stuff, and I described at that point what like Priya's magic looked like and what Heath's magic looked like, and to Kazun, when detecting magic on Heath, he saw like Heath's magic has like a prismatic rainbow shine a light through a crystal
like
sort
it
of.
looks like the surface of a bubble
Yeah.
over him, basically.
And just to review, you were taught the skills you have by Aunt V.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I just double
So,
check.
yeah,
Evidence is mounting.
the magic didn't feel like empowered or anything.
I'm
that
feeling-
way.
I'm
It was
It
just-
did not feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. Yeah. It
Given the dream.
It shaped
Or the-
sort of the nature of the magic by using it, but it did not feel like it was amplified.
So, as I do it on the wall, like Kazun will kind of like react a little bit, surprised by the fact that it didn't come out kind of looking the way he envisioned it. And he'll turn to Heath and say, Heath,
Yeah.
this is what I see on you when you use magic. This is your magic.
Is it?
And I'll hand it back to you, and I say, I think you should use this when you're trying to use magic.
I mean, I've already walked away.
I mean, you're in the middle of starting to walk away as he says that, so you definitely hear him. He's not gonna wait there for a second
Sure.
while you walk away and then say it.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really want it right now.
I rolled an 18 insight check for Priya on what with an 18 does she read is going on Keith's face and body language right now.
So when he was looking at the crystals, there's a lot of just like introspection and thinking back to his time with MV, and him kind of giving it back is a way of like just, I guess, distancing a little bit. And I mean, he's still thinking about envy.
Yeah, what does he seem to be feeling though? He seems Shajay's insight is reading frustration.
Not frustration, it's more of like trying to maybe piece together past events and with new knowledge.
Yeah. So more like consideration and contemplation.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's not like a hostility or frustration, it's more just like a, and then consideration.
Like preoccupied.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of moving away from us because he's preoccupied.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Kazun will just kind of shrug and put it back away. And say, well, it's here if you want it.
Priya sort of pats a hand on Kazun's shoulder. She goes, he's thinking, and we know that's hard for him.
The second you were saying thinking, I was like, this is gonna be a fucking dagger at me, yeah.
She says little, but it hits every time.
Really gotta lock in to play trio when Allison's not here. I'm like, I gotta say the best thing.
Yeah.
Not very much, but it's gotta be the best thing. Okay. You guys continue on? Alright, I need another survival check. Go back for your dice.
Yes.
Okay. He's like, that last roll got
Trick
stuck
is
in
to keep them on
conversation
their
with a bunch of
toes
gnomes,
so they don't know what's coming.
Okay.
19.
They were upset.
Yeah, you put the
You
fear
were
in.
able, yeah,
They
you
thought
were
they were gonna get
able,
replaced.
after talking
Wait, we can't.
with the group a little bit longer, you decided to defer on the side of, of Cherry and her instruction, and that seems to be leading you pretty well. As you get further, the air gets significantly warmer as you go.
I'm gonna say that. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'll start to say and then not say.
Oh no! What are you not saying?
It's not important.
Is there anything anyone's wanting to do while you guys are traveling? I want to make sure to give.
Is this normal, Kazun? It's getting hot over here.
Oh yeah, this is normal. Because as you
There
get
too.
deeper into
Before we arrive, do we want to maybe secure? Oh well, you're shapeshifted, so no, it's good.
Yeah, well, I think she would ask you as we're walking, and
what
like
happened?
as it starts to feel
Oh.
warmer, I think she would ask you like, would it be alarming to them for me to stay in this shape? Would it be a better idea for me to be my regular self?
You're fine. Just an animal.
Cat it is.
What kind of horse?
yeah, you guys come down, and it gets a little bit easier now to just on this stretch, I would say, of the journeying, because basically if you're turning to where it's hotter and brighter, you're headed in the right direction.
Down where it's hotter.
Is anyone trying to, does anyone want to talk about or do anything specifically as you guys are traveling? Or are we rolling on?
Let's see. I mean, I think Eva, before we get to the city, would want to just check in over like an agenda
Yes.
of like, let's all get on the same page. Obviously, we're gonna speak with the leader and whatever events proceed from there. But what are our goals while we're here? Letterbox, speak with Frayne, I believe his name was, and handle whatever happens there. Kazun, what else is significant in your mind?
I mean, so my goals are, I want to find my cousin and check in with him, make sure everything's going okay there. I want to retrieve my armor, which my cousin says they have taken, so that will probably be through Frame. I want to talk to Frame about the Titans and our theory around the Windcrest and Mirren. Obviously, let him know about me having found my true rune, figure out what's going on with the rune masters, and to figure out if anything survived in the scar, like any information that might be able to be used to learn about the name of creation and like that. And finally, depending on how the interaction with Thrain goes and all that stuff, possibly revealing Eilern and giving her the option to either stay with any remaining books or to continue on with us or whatever she wants to do.
Okay. I will converse with her and check in and see where she's at.
Yeah, I think that'll probably depend a lot on how the encounter goes.
Does Thrain have explicit knowledge of Delana?
He knows likely that I took her book, but they do not know that she was awakened. Well, no, I told him that, yeah, I did tell him that she was.
Okay.
Whether he believes it or not is he seemed at least mildly skeptical in the letter.
I think the only other thing I wanted to tack on is And obviously, this is dependent upon the brain and how we are received. But we need allies, resources, inroads to other, if we can get into Luminara somehow.
Yeah. I'm gonna add that to the list. Investigate pathways into Luminara. Just even if we don't take it now, just gathering information.
I think
I
we
would also
want-
say I would like to ask for information on Magmahearth, see if anybody has traveled there and has
Since
better
Vivian-
eyes.
Since Vivian mentioned Elda had gone there. Elda,
Okay.
she's one of our clan elders.
Yeah, trying to get more. I think having an eye for like where we want to go next, and trying to kind of figure out what's going on where to help us determine that. Yeah, but specifically, I'm interested in Magmahearth.
We also wanted the letterbox. We wanted to investigate Keith's stone, and
We did.
and he has not told us that it's gone yet.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Oh, I
on
thought
the
he
agenda.
did. We did not tell Priya?
You gave it to. Did we see you give it to her, or was that?
that was
in
when they were
a
in the
private
room.
moment. Okay.
That was a private moment, but I thought he had told Priya that.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure you told Priya that you gave her the stone.
He might have told Priya. I
Either
do
way,
remember
the
him
rest
saying
of us
something
don't.
along the lines of "I helped her."
I think it was in talking or at some point I remember saying like I think it's like a good thing that I gave her some help maybe or
I remember you saying something like
I think
that.
you
don't know
alluded
if
to it, but I don't think you
explicitly
actually
said
explained what you meant.
that it was
Yeah.
the stone.
Hmm.
Maybe you did.
Anyway, and then
I can't remember.
we also want to, I guess maybe through Thrain, try to figure out how we could maybe rally all of the other clans to support us, because it seems like all of them are being affected by this. I think that was one of the things that I was kind of like concerned about coming down here, was that one of the clans was trying to get an upper hand on the other ones by doing it, but it looks like it's actually an outsider and it's affecting all of us. One thing that I did think about though, what's her name? The queen of the crystal people.
The architect?
Architect, yeah. She was yelling at Mirren, likely because she knew he was selling those blueprints and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
she was accusing him of being a thief.
I was about to say, did she give any indication that she knew how he was acquiring them?
I don't think so. I think she was confronting him, trying to figure out. And let's see.
Because one thing I was thinking of is if she is in on this little cabal going on here, like there could be friction between the group too, as they conflict over what they do with their own powers, you know? Like I think someone mentioned the other day, like you're not content with your own area when you end up in these things, and eventually they would turn on each other.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, like maybe has that already happened? That she is part of it, and her and Mirren clashing, but
Yeah, part of what I was trying to get from Fendel was like, have veins been popping up where there are not ordinarily veins of liquidness? Like, is there a gold rush type situation happening right now, or is it still fairly like hush hush? Still very controlled, but
yeah, because I was thinking about that too when they were talking to us, because I'm like, well, if those opened up just in a passage where we were, like, couldn't other travelers stumble across this, and now suddenly like Gemheart's gonna be up here trying to like dig these out, like, or is Miri gonna come down and start digging it out and not let other people through, or like how's that gonna work?
or was the earthquake in the area because he was inducing the crystal growth in that area?
Well, that's what I mean, like,
nearby
I-
prepared to come. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can he
so it's
predict where it happens or not, and how does he
And
handle
like,
it?
yeah, how does he get it out of there without?
The
all
quote,
the other
yeah.
competitors getting to
Or do they cause? I mean, if they're an arcane focus, then perhaps they cause, or at least are somewhat connected to just the magic of.
Or you think maybe they're already everywhere and that's just how they're triggering them, is like finding them and using them?
Could be. It could be like they.
Both.
Yeah. I mean, it could be that he's generating the growth and doesn't have control over where they pop up,
And
but their
they are
spontaneous growth
causing-
causes the
Yeah,
earthquakes.
earthquakes.
Yeah.
Like those particular crystals are like tuned to whatever magic is causes earthquakes.
The quotes I have in here, just to answer what is known about the architect, I wrote the direct quote. It is an affront to everything my people stand for. Where have you come into my city? And then I paraphrased Mirren.
The notes.
This is fucking way back when. Wow.
Session 2.
Yeah, Mirren's on the shit.
Yeah.
Mirren denies having been into Luminara. Chrysander accuses him of lying and stealing. His direct quote was, "Not all the bounty of the earth belongs to Luminara." Let's see. That's when she noticed me, and we had our back and forth. She was irritated at the mention of the disasters and says she's not here to deal with them. Let's see. And then I think, speaking with Marin, direct quote, "I'm the only one able to sell these crystals above ground. Others have tried. I'm up and coming across the country." He made claims about the value of the crystal and their powers. Let's see. And then, again, Aoife got the impression that he didn't feel like he had lost in me leaving and doesn't consider me his clientele. So that's all the information I have from that initial direct interaction with him.
That first quote really lends to the idea that she does not know how he's getting home.
Yeah.
So she is also likely not involved with them and could be a potential ally still.
The vibe every time we kind of revisit her her attitude, I'm like, okay, so that like being an isolationist state is kind of their whole like she intends to just kind of be in her crystal bunker underground.
I don't expect that my impression so far is that she is not in on it, but that the challenge is going to be, if we can get to her at all, convincing her that it's worth acting. And convincing her that anything we have to say about finding the Loompress is credible at all. I think that us having Loompress in our possession, we might want to do something about that, because I think that would be immediately inflammatory. Unless we're claiming to return it, that we found it, would be immediately inflammatory. Unless we're claiming to return it, that we found it.
Unless we can figure out how Aunt Bee got her hands on it, like was it gifted to her by Luminaran, or is she a Luminaran in disguise? Or
The is she part might be more concerning, because if she is using it, like what's her, and she is a Luminaran, what's her relation to the architects? Like,
well, and the whole
besties,
thing,
or likely if she's outside, are they fucking like
on the out? I was gonna say, like, the whole thing about Luminarans being isolationist, for her to have left already says a lot. For her to be outside of Luminara.
Maybe also they just have spies all over the place.
It's possible, I like that idea.
She could just be a sister.
He found you, right? You were orphaned, and then
I technically found her, or at least that's the story that Keith knows.
But like she wasn't there immediately to like take you in. Like, you
correct.
You can remember a time before her.
Yes.
Okay. Because now all of this like this is complete red yarn conspiracy theory. He's part Luminaran. Is that why his magic is like that?
I mean, metagame wise, no. At least as far as I know, but like, so the story of Heath, which I don't think I've ever mentioned. I think the only what have I
I think
mentioned?
you told us about your dad having died.
Yep.
You didn't tell the characters.
I
Well,
think I did.
No, we did because we
Yeah,
found
yeah,
his
yeah.
dad's name.
You had your private moment reading the journal, but then you did
Yeah.
talk about that afterward. Yeah.
Yeah. So he spent 6 years before, like, without parents before he met Aunt B. So there was significant time.
Does he remember his parents? Or does he
Yes.
just know of them? Okay.
He remembers it.
Okay.
Like, kind of vague feelings and
Yeah.
things of that nature.
Yeah,
That puts the red yarn away then.
That was a fair red yarn.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no, it was a good question to ask. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, I was like, was he there on purpose because one of his parents was Luminaran, and then the Loomcrest was like their gift to her for blah blah blah.
I mean, she looked
Oh,
human.
The timeline doesn't
she,
line up.
She was super old too, because
Yeah.
her dad knew Aunt V
True.
from like decades ago, and
Yeah.
apparently she looked more or less exactly the same.
Yeah, so we actually can't rule that out.
Could be.
Yeah, because I mean, if she could look human, and in all of Heath's memories, she appeared as human. I mean, we don't know. We don't know really anything about the Luminarans. We know how the archetype looked. Aside from that, though, like
Maybe she's just like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Everyone else is
it's totally
normal,
normal, and the
it's just
architect is
this
just like this.
strange bird
Crystal
fairy
monstrosity,
crystal
yeah.
monstrosity.
that's why she's in charge. She's the crystal
She's
person.
pretty much.
I am the crystal monstrosity, and what I say goes.
Yeah. I mean, my current theory is that, the crystal itself being, like, a focus is interesting. Like, is the crystal, like, currently set to on and he has magic? Or is it, the disguise, sort of like permanent disguise for Aunt V, and that she's the one that's giving me the magical abilities, which
Or
I
do
think
you
is
just-
most likely.
Or did she just teach you how to use magic, and
Yeah.
because she taught you, you learned how she does magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is in the Luminaran style.
Perhaps.
They're all interesting.
Don't know.
Yeah.
That one.
Is it possible to add magic to someone who's not able to do magic?
I mean, that's
And
what.
make
I mean,
somebody
that's
magical?
essentially just warlocks and
You make a good point.
yeah.
What is it?
That's what warlocks are.
That's
is
what
someone
Nora's,
giving,
all that.
infusing magic into
Nor
someone
just
else.
happened to know one single cantrip before it
Yeah,
happened.
that was the extent of his like his sister is fairly magical.
Yeah.
His older brother is not, and he can puff of smoke like sparks like that. That's the
I
extent
was
of his.
more like thinking about like if you put some crystals into somebody and then make somebody like
Just make a steel inquisitor, like is that what we're
Oh,
doing?
okay.
I mean, I
I
guess
didn't even think about that.
clerics.
There are lots of ways to do lots of things.
Yeah, cleerics are gifted their magical abilities from their deity.
And what? And you have a level of cleric?
Yes, that is my one magical level.
Yeah. On a metagaming level, his magic is clerical.
Yeah. We don't know what that can mean. Fucking fuck all in this game. We don't know what that means. Yeah, I mean, V.
Oh, I'm just saying I wasn't trying to say, I was just trying to say, above table,
Yeah.
he knows that his magic is
Yeah.
cleric magic.
Yeah. Yes. And above table, in terms of lore, that doesn't mean anything.
Mechanics and lore. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Okay, I think that covers the bases. Does anybody else have anything that is even on a small personal level, like something that you does Heath want to go try Magmahearth beer? Like, are there,
That's not on his
okay, are there tasks? Does Nor want to sleep in a feather bed?
I mean, yes, always, but
All right.
Who doesn't want to sleep in a bed?
truly, selfishly, and this is not going to be the priority, but selfishly, Nor does want to see the sights a little bit. Going to Magnum. Ty would always.
Yeah.
So Ty had been to Magmahearth. Nor had not. Nor had been to
Check it out.
Isfeste. Ty had not.
I had not.
And so when they were together, they would talk about like all the places that they would travel together. And so
Breaking my fucking heart. over
Nor
here.
has all of these like grand ideas of like the beauty of Magmahearth and the other dregs cities. And so like selfishly, I think he'd want to do a little bit of sightseeing. It's gonna make him feel sad, but like just like he's seeing it for the first time.
Yeah. I don't think he's alone. Like I think Aoife is kind of excited to like.
Maybe Flint can show us around. He's lived in the city like longer than Kazun has, and Kazun was mostly like
Oh, the other
at
Flint.
school.
Yeah, but
The other Flint. I was like,
not me, obviously.
I was like, wait, what?
In
I mean,
character.
Flint is currently showing you around.
It's a problem.
In character, I think Nor is really, really, really hoping for a hero's welcome for Kazun. As I know that is like obviously there are a lot of reasons why that probably won't be the case, but in his head it's like there is a chance that like this is like the last runecaster returning home, bringing an artifact of great historical importance and power. You know, kind of returning to his people, all of that. So he's kind of hoping that he gets that there's a little bit of VIP treatment.
Yeah. It doesn't
Like-
hurt to hope. I mean, in manifesting the Dappensprock spirit.
Yeah.
Of, you know.
I think Nor's too cynical to let that be the primary thought. Like he's going in thinking like, okay, this is gonna, you know. The tone of the letter that you shared with us from Thrain was, it wasn't hostile, but it also was not like, warm is a good way of putting it. So I think he's like, okay, this is gonna be more of a welcome back, don't do that again. But yeah, I think he's kind of a return to normalcy. Like, how nice would it be to have an envoy, to see the city, you know,
I love how
to go to a state dinner.
I love how all of that about Kazun being welcome home is all just about how is it going to make Nor comfortable.
That's true. I think he wants both, but yes, I do think he wants the comfort too. But he, after kind of the crisis of confidence, and then watching Kazun come out of the crisis of confidence, I think he wants kind of the welcome that Kazun should get. Returning like this.
Yeah.
I think it will probably not be that initially. I think after our conversation during our conversation with him, we will have an opportunity to turn that around.
I also think, and maybe as we're kind of coming in and we're talking about, what our agenda is or whatever, I think Nor's just gonna turn to Kazun and say, "You're due to be met by the guards, the Flameguard, correct? When we arrived at the city, obviously we'll take your lead here. No sudden movements, of course, but what's the play? What's the angle? Are we going in and just complying with anything they say, or are there things that we should insist upon? Are we immediately seeking an audience with Thrain? How would you prefer to approach this situation, knowing what you know about your people?"
I would say like we go in intending to comply. I imagine we may, at least probably I will go sit in a cell or a guarded room somewhere for a while, but I imagine Thrain wants to hear what I have to say, so I don't think it will be very long before we have an audience. You guys, I imagine they will not likely treat with hostility or anything like that. You committed no crime against us, and if anything, you're returning a criminal to them, so they may thank you.
I don't.
I love Kazun's
don't
approach
like
to this
the
whole
framing
scenario.
that
It's so funny.
Like I mean, that's honestly the most realistic expectation of their view on y'all. Like,
let's.
what I would say is, I have not told them about Illyrian, and I do not think we do until we feel like we can trust their stance on the matters. And ultimately, we need to make the decisions that are going to be best for the clan and the best for Artemian. If it seems like their plans for us and to put a stop to our quest, then we will have to perhaps take more drastic measures in that situation. But I don't think that will be the end result of our conversation.
Forgive me. Do all rune masters discover their true rune? And if so, do they do it as early into their experience as you have? Or is that the type of feat that many take a lifetime to arrive at?
The only way to become a rune master is to discover your true rune and to etch it into your own spellbook, so that another rune caster can awaken it later. I do not know about when most discover it. In fact, most rune casters never discover their own true rune. It's something between 1 and 3 rune casters a generation.
I do not want to overplay our hand, but the thought of you sitting in a jail cell, as if you have not accomplished feats that Magmahearth should be proud of, bothers me. I'm not saying that you have to be arrogant or demanding, but you're not a common criminal. You can comply with their laws and their society and still exert the fact that you deserve a place of recognition in it.
I agree. I'm not intending to keep this a secret that I found it. I believe, based on Flint's response to the message we sent Priya, I am likely the rune master of the clan now, and in charge of any remaining rune casters that live at this point. But we have survived as a society as long as we have through stability. And steel is stronger than iron because it is more flexible. So we need to bend our traditions, not necessarily break them and remain too rigid, but we do still need to try at least to abide by them.
Kazun, if you were truly the last Rune Master,
Oh, not the last.
not the last, the primary, the
Only one alive.
The current.
He's
We'll say current.
always the one willing to say the thing that no one else is willing to say, and I appreciate that about him.
the current Rune Master, do you wish to continue on with us? Or have you considered staying? We have not spoken of this yet, but
I have considered both. I would prefer to continue. I believe, like, my first-hand experience with this so far has been, or will continue to be beneficial.
oh, that's a no doubt.
I also think that my success in this so far has I think I have a track record of proven success in this that other runecasters that may yet live do not. In fact, other runecasters who live likely do so because they were not skilled enough to continue training in the school.
Yes.
Of course, I also was not skilled enough to continue training in the school, which is why I was expelled, so I'm not out of hand discounting any of their abilities, but it's not a risk that I would want to take in this situation.
And know that that comment was in no way meant to encourage you to stay, or I think
No,
we would all be dead without you.
I understand what you
Many
mean.
times
Like, I really did think, do I need to stay and fulfill my role as room master and teach? But what good is teaching if no one survives to put the knowledge into use?
It is a tension I deeply feel. You know, I think often of, there's a part of me that thinks it makes most sense for me to return home and protect my people directly. But I've reached the same conclusion that you have. What is the point of protecting them from moment to moment if there's no one ending the ultimate threat? I save them nothing by sparing them the danger of an hour if the next hour will always bring more danger.
Exactly. Your leaving the alone was one of the things I considered when I contemplated this too. I know it was hard, but we all agreed in that moment that it was the right decision, and I don't think that changes just because this is my home
I respect that, and I would also not impose my decision on anyone, because I know the stakes in any given situation may be different. But it is the conclusion I've reached, and I, for what it's worth, would have no other than you if it was my choice.
now. Illyrian has hinted that she may prefer to stay behind and act in that role, so maybe that'll be how it ends up. Otherwise, it'll have to go without teaching for a while.
Perhaps if they join us, they'll have their teacher back soon.
What? Okay, so that brings me to my next question then. Say we do get the full backing of Thrain or even all of the clans, what task would we set them to?
Well, I'm hoping that we can research and learn things here that might clarify that answer further. My initial thought is discovering where the artifacts are from, how they were constructed, how they may be deconstructed, what they do.
Yes. How they can be counted.
Yeah, any theory that has gone into the craftsmanship of the artifacts, anything related to the artifacts, truly. You know, I think also information on Durgrin comes to mind of, you know, his relationship with the land, the magma veins here, the rock. Trying to read between the lines of legend, myth, to learn about the Titan here. Those are the things that come immediately to mind that they would be most qualified to do.
One thing that I've been contemplating is trying to decide if there's one single Titan that is responsible for, you know, the stone, the magma, and all of that, or if there are two, one more focused on the stone and the other on like fire or something like that, affecting the sun. So
I've also wondered, though I mean it may seem counterintuitive in some ways, I've also wondered if the Titan of the deep truly is not a Titan of the water, but just the depths, and that whether that includes rock, magma, and water, you know, rather than more if there are less. That may be unlikely, but
I think the chanting kind of leads me away from that. Cleanse, converge, connect. Those are very healing concepts that are closely associated with the water. I don't know if you guys all saw that when I posted, but the runes, I think, that align with those very much separate from the ones that I think align with a rock or a fire.
I think that's more, I think, yes, I think that's more likely. Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Anything else? I think also one thing I'm concerned about is that the warden is not acting as a solitary individual. He has a whole city's garrison under his command. The House Valorana have all of the Azure Blade under their command.
Yes.
I don't know if your family has access to any sort of military force, but
Not explicitly. I mean, money can buy many things.
and there's also the Black Scarves. I think it might be wise to encourage groups like the Flameguard to be prepared to maybe counteract some of that power. I'm hesitant to say there would be any sort of a war or anything like that, and definitely would not want to encourage that, but should the warden try to use his, forces to take a city where they think we are hiding or something like that, I would definitely want to make sure that he's not the only one prepared for that type of action.
I put my people, in my communications with the Archdruid, I put them on, or I've recommended caution, and that they be on the defensive, and have tried to, considering we are his next door neighbor, that.
He said as much as that he's he's trying to rile up the conflict between you guys, so.
I have cautioned them not to engage, but to be on the defensive, and know that that he's trying to provoke us.
That is perhaps something that we could seek, assuming we get cooperation. The dregs could lend aid to the refugees of the Gloamkin. Even ferry them supplies through Redwall, if required. You all are traders. You launch caravans. I'm wondering if the warden would be less likely to, if with the Gloamkin to the east and a unified dregs to the southwest, the warden would be less likely to expand or incur on other
It's
spaces.
difficult because they're isolated from each other and you have to cross his territory, but I guess maybe it's something they could do until he decides that he can't allow it anymore, at which point his intentions become very clear and very well known to other neutral parties, I think.
I think regardless of, I appreciate you asking the question, Nora. Regardless of the outcome of whether or not it could be a safe haven, I think establishing lines of communication between our peoples could be beneficial at the very least. Just the sharing of information and a sense of connection in the face of threat.
Absolutely.
Well, when it comes to the Black Starch, I hear that their loyalties lie with the highest bidder. So we just need to outbid the warden. Which,
I kind of like hold up your coin back. Maybe this helped.
sure. And we know how much he's paying them. Holding out the ledger.
We don't have the ledger anymore, right? We paid
Oh yeah,
Lady.
Lady Gwen.
With the
We made notes about the ledger, but we gave the actual ledger to.
I don't have that.
Lady Guinevere,
Obviously, well, I make vague gestures and
gestures toward.
Which we all know, yeah.
There was money coming in from speaking of black scarves going to the highest bidder. The warden was receiving money in the ledgers from here in the dregs. Is he not?
If we do regular trade with Renwald, at the very least, we purchase a lot of food from the surface.
That's true.
And that's really what the warden's whole game has been, right? Is to use the Titan to increase their food production and make money.
Are there any? I think it's a good point, though. We're speaking of Magmahearth as though it's a unified entity. Are there any individuals or factions you think would be more likely to entertain someone like the warden? Or are there like cultural tensions that he may be exploiting, which seems to be his MO?
I never really got into politics, but from my view of the clan is that we are fairly well unified. The other clans and us, obviously we compete. We push and shove against each other's borders a little bit, try to claim mines that, might be a little closer to one person's territory than the other, but
It is like the large cities in the peaks. where there's a underlining attitude.
But we all rely on each other. You know, Abyss Root mines the minerals. Stonebreaker uses them to build. We use them to craft. Gemheart uses them to beautify.
Perhaps this is pertinent then. And Rhea holds up a little scroll. The young one, Cherry, gave me an offering of a secret. I was going to turn it into the temple, but seems how it seems pertinent to what I'm talking about. I don't know why they didn't feel open to say so to all of us, but this says that things are not well in Abyss Root, that they are strangely antagonistic in trade in a way that they have not been to this point. Obviously, our friend Bindle mentioned that their prices have gone higher, but apparently that's because they have a heretofore unprecedented amount of lucas.
The pieces fall together.
They are continuing to trade, but are demanding much more than usual for the usual materials as well as the vehicles they have. And they weren't allowed into the city, which is unusual for their trade. As Priya finishes saying this, the scroll in her hand doesn't so much burn as just dissolves into like black powder that falls through her fingers.
I'm no expert merchant, but is it unusual that when your supply increases, your prices would also increase?
Ordinarily, it would follow that if you have excess supply, then you would not sell at such a premium.
Unless you feel confident you have locked down supply fully, in which case you can charge whatever you want.
That is an economic
And if you
lesson.
feel economically independent enough to no longer be interdependent, if interdependence is the factor that maintains price stability between clans, if sudden economic independence negates the need for that interdependence, then you do what you want with the prices because you can.
But Abyss Root cannot be independent because of where it is located. They cannot grow enough food. They get no light down there. They have to trade for food. Unless they're not getting it from us, they must be getting it from the wall.
It seems to be 2 and 2 then.
I mean, portals exist, magic. If they have Loomcris, we've just established Loomcris acts as an extremely potent focus for magic. I mean, who knows which connections they have established.
Abyss Root gives Grimroll weapons. Grimroll gives Abyss Root food. Seems pretty straightforward.
They're still interdependent. It's just not potentially not with the clans anymore.
It's a lot easier to make deals when it's just one clan of people versus 4.
And in the meantime, Abasru starves the other 3 clans of raw materials or drains their coffers, so when something does eventually happen, they don't have the ability to resist the way they would previously.
Yes.
So, Mirren then, perhaps not the one in charge, but just the one the warden is using to distribute.
Kazun, you would know this better than I. Is Abasroot, where's Abasroot in terms of verticality on a map? Is it near Verdian?
What's the order the cities go in on the service? There's
Island Hall,
We got a map right here.
Corsia, Human, Deseron, Veridian, I think. Or it might be Veridian Deseron.
I think it's very indecent.
That makes sense.
Because weren't those the two, when we were at the branch, we were branching paths.
That's the
Our options were Verdian and Deseron. And Deseron was closer to the side of the mountains we were on, and Verdian was the one that was farther away.
Yeah.
Mirren, when I encountered him,
you can't really tell from this map because another.
Yeah, the nether's supposed to be
Yeah.
below this stretch of
This
mountain.
is.
But remember I said it was sort of like centered under Verdian with Deseron toward its southern end and Human toward its northern end.
And then, yeah, Verdian.
Mirren the
So
merchant,
basically, it would be
Verdian.
like, there's basically three cities on top of each other then. So from what you were saying earlier, am I right? Like, you would have
Yeah.
Verdian up on the surface, you have Luminara kind of in the middle, and Abyssroot would be like underneath Luminara.
Yeah,
Well-
Abasroot, like if this is Luminara, right? Abasroot sort of like it's both on. It's not like just here. It's like moves down and over.
Because
That
they're
makes
trying
sense.
to get undermined.
Well, because they're literally mining under and trying to get the Lunacris. So yeah, sort of.
Mirren's base of operation is Verdian. He said that multiple times in my very brief acquaintance with him. So, I mean, I think that may answer a
Well,
few
let's take some
questions.
notes here.
The amount that Aoife managed to get from that small
Listen.
interaction, and the fact that like I really thought, first of all, I never thought that interaction was going to happen because I didn't expect you to go flying around the city as a bird, and then you rolled really high on your perception, and I was like, okay, you would see this happening over next to the wall, and you were like, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
And then you got caught, and then you had the interaction. So the whole interaction was unexpected, and then I was like, ain't no way she's gonna remember this later, though. She's gonna be like, that was a conversation I had, and there's gonna be like a couple tidbits.
Narrator.
Nope.
She was the
Not-
best.
No. She
was
has
the best
almost
at
the
remembering.
entire
She has the whole
conversation
conversation down. It's like Eva has like a photographic memory, yeah, whatever the eidetic memory or
Yeah,
whatever that
yeah.
you can remember things exactly.
Yeah.
Cracking me up. It was like, all right, well.
She was the best at remembering.
Okay, but the thing is that if it was in Abyssroot, like, but there was another exit on the other side by Verdian, right? So
Yep.
maybe they're not coming up through Luminara, they're going around behind.
Yeah, like they've looped around Luminar. Like she just established the main part of the city goes like this,
over the other side.
and if they've got an exit on the other side, they just like U-shape underneath. And we know
and
the
that puts
peaks.
them close to Ignisara too.
The
doesn't
peaks
it?
has a lockdown on routes of travel through the Tremontaines.
So maybe the North Pass.
It all
It all
goes
goes back.
back.
The North Pass, maybe how they're passing that stuff
Really should've
into
gone
the
to
Gren
North
Wall.
There's a like a universe in which y'all went to the North Pass and went immediately to Ignixara and everything
Yeah.
went backwards.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
So Grimwald ferries food to to Abbas Root. Abbas Root ferries materials through the peaks.
Probably
Peaks
they're
ferries to
sending.
Ignixara.
Yeah, they're probably sending the Lunecrest to Ignixara, which is where they're creating
Artifacts are crafted in
Artifacts,
Ignixara
like
and
the
then distributed
gemstone
to.
that he found.
Listen, look, okay, I hate the warden, but I really fucking hate Mirren.
Mirren's just a middle.
So then that
Mirren
begs the
doesn't
question.
even want to do good. Like, it seems like the warden at least was like, I'm gonna make life great for my people, even though I got fucked up ideas of how to do that.
So okay,
know
but
if
that
he really
that
gives
makes me concerned about Magmahearth in a way though, because Elda has been in Ignixara, and Elda is specifically the type of person who is always trying to push technology forward and create new, exciting things with
It makes you concerned for her
artifacts.
trustworthiness?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Like what would she be doing there if
Is Thrain more of a traditionalist? Is he someone that Elda would have chafed against in his general handling of
sort
leading
of?
your people?
Yeah, I would say both Thrain and his brother Warren, who's the head of the Flameguard, are more traditional, but
You neglected to mention that Thrain's brother is the head of the
the Flameguard.
enforcing powers of Kazun,
Yeah,
where I'm from,
so-
we call that a conflict of interest.
All the members of the Council of Elders have to be unanimously approved. So, Thrain, Orin, Elda, Delana, I don't remember what order they were all approved in, but all of them were unanimous other members of the Council at the time.
I do not doubt that they probably had the ability to perform their duties in a way in which their confirmation could be unanimous. But I also unfortunately know that everyone has a price. And I don't know exactly how the governmental structure in Magmahearth is set up, but even if there are enough people swayed that it causes some form of gridlock, so Magmahearth cannot adequately respond to what is going on, that would be enough.
I think I don't believe that Thrain would be involved with this based on the fact that they're sending the Lunecrest to Ignixara. If he were involved with this, it would make sense to me for them to send the Lunecrest directly to the Heart Forge, where we have our magma vein that we already use to produce enchanted goods.
Not everyone is as corrupt and twisted as your family.
We're discovering them more than we expected to, though. Stumbling over them left and right, some may say. Can't get away from them.
I would agree though that not everyone has a price.
We don't.
Mine is 30,000.
Oh, that's excellent. Oh, that's so good.
Was it?
Yeah, that was fantastic.
That's
Oh
a good.
my God. Man, your lines in general are fantastic. You be sweeping in with the home runners.
Just the movie version in which Priya says, I agree, not everyone has a price, and Aoife simultaneously says, we don't. And Herme says, my stupid
It's officially.
Yeah, that's official.
It's also such consistent characterization that Aoife extends her own morality to the whole group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, we don't have a price.
And I was
We.
bringing down.
Oh, that was so funny. I was gonna write it down, but are you already doing
I'm
it?
ready. Yeah.
That's good.
it has been. It has taken you the full day to get this far with having to stop and speak for, and work out directions and having to double back a few different ways. So the question is whether you decide to stop when you feel that you've gotten to the end of the day and take a long rest, or whether you decide to try to push on to Magmahearth.
Yeah. I vote for resting. I don't think we need to roll up and face whatever's happening there with a level of fretting about the possibility of exhaustion, given that we don't know the reception we're going to receive. I mean, it's also dangerous here, so like I can be convinced.
There's no water to fall into this time.
Yeah, just
No water.
that'll melt us. Just an earthquake that could dump us directly into the magma.
Where did your whoever say that the guards were going to meet us? Is it around here?
They didn't say exactly where. They just said on the way.
That's not ominous.
Considering how many tunnels there are here, that is extremely vague. I mean, you could be lost in here for years and not run into each other.
Well, you would hope that people who live here would know where to go.
Kazun, do the Flameguard operate purely inside the city, or are they?
All through our territory. And they also escort trade caravans outside.
So they could conceivably patrol around, be active.
Is the magma a sign that we're in your territory?
This would be a noticeable sign that you are closer to.
Yeah, no, like we're definitely close.
Okay.
I don't know if we have any towns this far out.
Yeah, you haven't gotten to like the borderline, as it were, of like this is now
You are into
Clan Fire Forward.
Welcome to Magmahearth.
You didn't see
Probably
the sign.
similar, like when we passed the Stonebreaker hold, like there was that like more grandiose like entrance like to that area. There would probably be something like that to
Okay.
mark like
Makes sense.
Yeah, we haven't yet crossed the water yet.
Altitude, minus 500.
This map really makes it look like we're about to have to jump a gap over lava.
we might.
You are.
So what is the lava mechanics? What happens if you...
How
You
many?
take 8d10 damage as soon as you touch it.
A what? A D10.
8d10.
8d10.
Yes, because it's lava.
Yeah.
The mechanic is touch it and die.
So you instantly die.
You don't instantly die. It just hurts like hell.
And
Buddy, you good?
Yes, we had
he's
a-
been experiencing
I was going one way.
disease on and off.
It's okay.
in Baldur's Gate 3, there is a combat encounter next to some lava. And yes, you absolutely can shove people into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, they pretty much just like a couple of them have enough hit points to survive a round if they roll low damage.
Yeah.
Shadowheart
Pretty much.
somehow in my game ended up in the lava, and I didn't know what happened. And after the combat, I was like, Shadowheart, where the fuck are you? And she was just melted in the lava.
Melted. She melted
Yeah.
us.
The thing that sucks is like sometimes you can shove people in there that have good loot that you want. And then
Yeah.
you're like,
That's the thing, is
now how
like,
do you get the?
do I want to push this person into a chasm, or do I want their loot? Like, how badly? These are the questions. So, you guys are planning on stopping to rest
I think
instead of
so.
pushing forward?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, that does give us the opportunity to get attacked in the night again, but
Or for another earthquake, or
Can I look for like the safest place in this cave?
Yeah. Pick a place, my guy.
the safest place is over there, across
I
all
was
of
gonna
this.
say like
Over
that
here, yeah.
top of that
Yeah, probably here.
rock.
Up on the ledge.
Priya will go ahead and set up a confessional up there.
Professional.
Get some high ground. Get your backs against the wall.
I will patrol as they're setting up camp,
Okay.
just to see if I smell any signs of on-kegs or anything else that.
At
smells.
least here, we don't really have to worry about them coming from underneath us. So
Yeah.
Like, maybe
Yeah.
fire snakes or something. But
Difficult to smell a
Fair.
lot in here over the smell of
What about
scorched
taste?
rock and lava and sulfur. What?
What about taste?
spicy.
Is it like
You gonna taste the lava?
hot? No.
Don't lick this hot rock.
Yeah, hot rock. Is it hot rock?
Do you lick the hot? Do you lick the
I
rock?
want to see if it's like hot or kind of. I would
Maybe
probably
make
do
a
that.
check.
Boil this time.
Hot rock.
I assume you're licking the wall again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll depend you a flavor wall.
You just roll. Hold on.
Oh, why did I roll?
I don't know why you rolled advantage.
Okay.
It's like I'm good at this. I know
Is it
this.
investigate? So what
Nature check.
nature.
Nature or survival. I'd allow survival.
Okay, I'm not sure what it was like. 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, it definitely tastes different in here.
Different.
There is a more robust flavor to the stone. In the other cave section that you were in, everything was a little bit damp, especially in the one where the water was residing. So it was literally cooler than it is in here. So it's both like temperature-wise very distinct. And yeah, there's a little bit of a sulfuric sort of taste. So not a great vibe.
Herme, can I ask you what you're trying to ascertain by licking the wall?
It's science. I think.
I understand that science requires experimentation, but typically that is done with a goal to understand something specific from that experiment.
People buy coins all the time. You know, licking rocks doesn't seem to out of the ordinary. It's weird, but you know.
Well, they bite coins to see if they're soft, so they can determine if they're true gold or not.
Sure. Well, you know, is it true rock or not? I've never licked a rock, to be honest.
But how do you know the results before making new experiments?
It's called a hypothesis.
So
You see, you design the experiment to test an idea that you have.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see the differences between different levels of case. I might come up with a solution. I might not. I don't know.
What are we solving?
The taste of the cake.
Amazing.
Did you-
A million out of 10. Inspiration.
Did you lick caves in Cyrenus a lot?
Caves are under the water, so it's not really possible. All the caves I've seen so far, under the water.
I'm saying that.
Did you lick caves in Shadowmere?
Me? What caves? What?
He's never been to Shadowmere before. I'm confused.
We've all been to Shadowmere.
Yeah, we.
We all traveled through there together.
Frida goes back to what she was doing.
Now I'm wondering, did Priya catch Heath licking the cave when no one was looking?
I'm wondering if he did lick the cave without knowing.
No one knows what Frida knows.
No one knows. That's true.
Frida knows all.
Of course, yes.
It's true.
Very true.
Priya. Maybe I should wait till Alice.
Yeah.
Maybe you should wait till what?
Alice
So
is
Alfred's
here.
here. Yeah, it's not-
Speaking of Allison being here tonight.
I am tracking. I wrote you a thing. I was trying to give you an opportunity to do the thing you wanted to do.
It's okay.
And I feel like we're languishing instead of doing that.
Okay. We definitely can, or we can save it till next session, or up to you.
If next session's going to be on the rooftop, we may want to be prepared for moving in that direction then next time.
Moving what direction?
Toward a rooftop.
Toward a rooftop. Yeah, I was definitely wanting to be in Magmahearth
Okay.
next session.
Okay. So if we have business to clear up.
That was my hope. That's why I was trying to push for like, hey, are you pushing on or are you resting? And if you're resting, what are you doing?
Okay.
So like,
Yeah. So do you have something you need to take care
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We can wrap this up in 10 minutes-ish.
we'll see.
I don't know what this is. but
I
it's
was doing my best without to try to push for.
For us to keep going? Or?
For us,
Okay.
oh, not for us to keep going, but to try to push to get to a place where you
Okay.
have an opening to do this. But people really wanted to talk to those gnomes.
Oh,
So
Look,
we
you
learned a
create
lot
cool
from those
NPCs.
notes.
I specifically,
I really like it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I specifically was like trying to not give them like color and personality. So I don't know if you guys noticed. I was like,
Mission
you run into some gnomes and they give you directions and then everyone was like, what are these gnomes like? What are they? Let me ask more questions. I was like, all right, now they gotta have names and faces and be writing something. But I tried. I made an attempt at just rolling through it with the least amount of frosting.
I missed the
Keep
plot
moving.
twist.
Oh no, you're good. You didn't do anything wrong. I was trying to get you guys to a place where it would be feasible for Nor to have an opportunity to do this. But both the gnome thing took a lot longer than I expected, and then there was a lot more conversation about like
Plans.
theorizing and.
Hey, good on us for making plans.
No.
though.
Now, let's see how quickly they fall
Nothing
apart.
bad has happened.
Like,
All the good things have happened. I just wanted to give. I don't want Chase to feel like because of the time it is that he can't.
Yeah, okay, so we've set up camp. I'm gonna say Aoife is going to be sitting close to an edge and testing out some magic on the magma, like water and ice, just kind of seeing what happens. And fire is not her strength, but like trying to see if she can exert any magical influence over the magma.
Not with water and ice. Just immediately melts. Oh, you're trying to like move the magma?
Yeah, I think she's just trying to use her, like, this is not meant to take over as a scene. I'm just trying to like get us into the camp. That she's just trying to do some of the magical practice that we've been talking about lately as a group of like trying to get in touch with the land here and like feeling the elements of the rock and the fire and just kind of seeing, getting a feel for things.
Love that. I'm gonna have to reopen this, I guess.
I think Nor kind of pauses in this space, like kind of filled with heat and light and not. Actually, I think he would probably wait until more people had until we had actually like bedded down and gone to sleep.
Makes sense.
And then just kind of lying in wait, appearing asleep, being awake, and then at some point, I think he is going to kind of take the ring off, lay it on his pillow, and go into the ring.
Smart move, smart move. You are back in the same thing that I described last time.
Yeah.
A broken down, dilapidated cabin, not the comfort sheltered from the elements that you're used to when you come in here. The cold, howling wind is moving through the house and filling your ears with noise.
He's gonna take a moment, kind of just breathe in, steel himself, and then he's gonna do as he ordinarily does. He's going to whisper into the wind. Hyborius.
No voice answers, but the wind picks up and howls louder and rushes through the cabin with an icy blast. You get the sense that there's at least listening.
I know you're here, Hyborius. I know you haven't left me. Not entirely. I felt your presence in my friend's rune casting. I know that even in these depths, the wind still blows. So please, speak with me.
There is a swirl of snow-filled wind that reshapes after a moment into that form you've come to know, that very old man winter-esque sort of visage. It is fainter than you're used to, despite the fact that will you pause your music? 'Cause we're going for tense right now. Love the wind sounds though. What is that? Is that meant to be?
That's that. Icy
Oh, that's
storm? Yeah.
wind. Okay, gotcha.
Magic.
It sounds like have you guys seen
Oh yeah.
the chime things that they use in church sometimes? They're like. Despite there being more substance to the wind here, it is fainter. And the voice says, trying to get back to Hyborius' voice. Relationship of transaction.
I misstepped. My words. I did not see what must be done from the perspective you sought to show me. You are not wrong. voice calling you here. In the depths, as I have, is not where you would have me be. I believe it's time we renegotiate. I come with 3, as was the condition. I will seek the scepter that binds your will and shatter it as requested, but I need to know what other forces act upon the world. Whom does value swear her allegiance to?
Yes, you ask. In exchange for the commitment to the scepter.
Yes.
Leverage have I to know we will follow in this commitment beyond the bird of fire. Lateral. That's what I'm
You may, if I fail in this task, take the memory of her so that I may not stand in her way.
There is a surprising lack of emotion or vehemence when it says this. But he's says, "And what do you stand in her way?"
I would. Because she does not deserve to stop the turning of the wheel. But I will.
There's moments of only howling, shifting wind. And then you asked specifically, which goes on. Child of fear serves lightning and fury, brings change. Allegiance is to herself and to those like her. But her service is held by the strong. MYR. That was the name of her village.
My second quest is also a question of allegiance. You are not alone. You yourself said that you are many. And we have met others, countered others. But I need know what is to be counted. Walked with Durgan Flameforge, who moves the earth and stirs in these times. I offer their services when they are brought to you.
There is an icy, crackling laughter that it really sort of cracks through the wind around you. Nice, that's sick, bro.
pressing matter. I wouldn't stand in the way of this daughter of me. Because, as I mentioned, she does not deserve the breaking. I will shatter the hub of the wheel. I will remove that which builds the scepter that binds you. I will end my mother, myself. If only you empower me to do so.
How many columns? Just to confirm, establish, I am making Hyperboreus' voice is not usually this wispy and
Yeah.
pale. I am making it more so in this particular setting. So next time when I come back in the deeper voice again, don't be like, what? There is a measured pause in that. Now, child, I know your ways. I have certainty in your words. Let's not dance around words like wind and break the hub.
I will do as you have requested. You will have my mother dead.
There is a stilling of the wind across, not just in the building, but throughout all of the icy plain that surrounds it. And the snow that was swirling through the wind a second ago moves and forms into something jagged and almost humanoid in shape. It is tall and wispy. No. I was gonna say thin, but I feel like that makes it sound too small. Jagged is the right word. It has pieces of it that are thicker and some that are thinner, like needles of ice. But it stands almost like a human shape of water that got turned into ice in the middle of a blast. And humanoid. It tilts its head
recompense or not.
Gets baby.
In recompense for not ending her breath. You may end mine.
We are at last back in Magmahearth. I would have accepted nothing more. Bitch. Thank you. Out of jagged spike of its limb breaks something almost resembling a hand. And it reaches out and you feel the amulet against your chest grow painfully cold. And it reaches and says, unseat her from this position.
Sabella Tremontaine will be killed. I agree to the terms. Lock the door.
It grips your hand and the entirety of its fingers is large enough to wrap around just your whole fist and part of your forearm. And it too is painfully cold. You feel your chest where the amulet rests lurch slightly in response. You feel something like the seat of the magic that you use connect to it. And a voice says, "Your life now tied turns. Your end orders." And you feel as just before it draws away, this surge of icy blast through you. And then it disconnects and the entire figure collapses into snow.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Down in your hand. It's fully obsidian black. Up to just past your wrist.
He tugs the glove back on and leaves the ring.
unnaturally cool. There is a frost around the outline of where you sleep. And the professional bubble is gone. You glance around and see that everyone's still there. Priya was